this. Bitch, I'm from Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. When niggas get gunned down and left slung from thumbs just for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen. With me, as always, my dear friend and co-host, Braden Boy. Braden, how are you, man?
David, never better. Even though it's a busy week, I've never felt more alive.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Yeah, why?
Because I had a great day with my father. It was a great day. I mean, it was, there's not really more of like a day that I cherish than probably Father's Day. I don't know, man. It's something about my dad that just the way he's like, you know, just always been there. I mean, he's just such a funny guy, right? He's such a funny guy. Yeah, so we went out to eat. We did a bunch of fun stuff. Just had, honestly, like a great bonding experience. And it was very, very special. I mean, my dad's he's so funny, you know. He's just so charismatic and energetic. And yeah, and it was just Father's Day, man. He's always been there for me. And, you know, now that we're doing this apartment and we're remodeling it, and he's teaching me so much. And now I'm just like, I have a new relationship with my father that I just like never had before. And I'm just so happy that like I get to cherish this time with my father on Father's Day, and it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. Must be great having a dad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so how's your week, David?
It was good. I got to have dinner with my mom, who, you know, she was kind of like my dad, you know. You know, she raised me without a husband, so it was cool, you know. Like I get to celebrate her on Father's Day, which is, you know, it's not the same, but it is what it is. You know, we make do with what we got.
Yeah, totally, bro. I totally feel you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just caught up thinking about my dad.
Yeah.
God, so many good memories.
I bet.
No, that's cool though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We want to just dive on into the movie.
Yeah, sure, bro.
All right.
I mean, God, Magic Mike. Those hips.
Magic Mike. I bet he didn't have a dad.
Because of the hips, or?
Because he was a male stripper.
Oh.
I imagine he didn't have a father figure in his life.
Oh, yeah, the whole psychology with the way that his life...
Yeah, where he's like, I should just strip.
Yeah.
There's no way he had a dad who's like, yeah, my boy strip.
Yeah, you know, it just shows you, you know, like, that's why I cherish my father so much. He just helped lead me down the right path, and just so happy I'm able to be where I am today, you know, and I wouldn't be where I am today without him.
Without a father, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, well let's jump in. We gonna talk money or what?
Yeah, man. You know me, David. I love talking money. And fathers. All right, so you want to talk money?
I want to talk money. This had to be low budget.
Yeah.
Had to be low budget. I'm gonna guess. Fucking. There's Channing Tatum. There is Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Big Daddy.
There's Matthew McConaughey. I'm gonna guess fucking $10 million budget.
Little bit lower.
Here we go. $8 million.
$7
million budget.
$7 million budget.
Makes sense. I'm guessing they made fucking money.
Oh, dude, they made some motherfucking money.
It's under $100 million, right?
Ooh, what are we talking about here? 100, you know, for what?
For the worldwide gross.
It's a little bit more.
It's a little bit more. Wow.
Yeah.
Like 125?
167.
That's a lot more than $100 million.
Yes. That is $160 million more than what they put in.
And like that's why you do Magic Mike XXL. You say fuck it. We made $160 profit. Because what was...
And another thing about this budget, too, is like, I'm sure all the actors, since this is so based around just the actors, it wasn't much else put into this movie besides what the actors is doing.
What about the big plane chase, gunfight, explosion fest?
Oh yeah, that probably took up a big bulk
Yeah.
of that budget. Yeah. But I'm sure they all were kind of disappointed that they didn't, I don't know, try and negotiate their contracts more or something for how much
The
money they
salaries,
made.
yeah.
You know, like if this movie made $160 million off a $7 million budget.
And the sequel was a $14.8 million budget.
Yeah, it's not like they really stepped it up.
And while I'm doing this, let's see what they fucking made.
You know, I started watching part of the second one, and I was like, it was like, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed. You would think they would up the stakes. This one had so much.
Fuck does that mean? Up the stakes.
So like, I mean, not to spoil anything, but it's like
Weekend Spit's fucking magic mode. Up the stakes. They made
you think
they made $117 million. They spent $21.8 million total on these two movies, and they made $165 and then $117. That is $100. That's $282 million. So profit. They made $261 million profit.
Oh yeah, there's definitely
between
nothing.
these two movies.
There's definitely nothing.
You don't gotta up no stakes.
Yeah.
Keep the stakes as is.
So apparently Channing Tatum and the director Soderbergh
Steven Soderbergh.
financed Magic Mike themselves, spending that $7 million, and they filmed this in just 25 days.
So Channing Tatum make a pretty penny off this?
I don't know. It doesn't
If
say.
those two financed it, I assume, because like who the fuck else is enjoying the profits?
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe they get Matthew McConaughey on and they're like, look, like we can't pay you what you would make. We'll give you normally make $15 million for a movie. We will pay you that if this movie makes enough to give you $15 million. Like I could have seen them doing shit like that.
Yeah, I'm sure there was probably some contracts that were written in a certain way that was kind of maybe based off profits.
Kevin Nash made the full $7.
Dude, Kevin Nash was
Fucking
he was
do it. No, you gotta do it like
Oh,
Wolf.
oh.
Like Wolf.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Too sweet.
Oh, that was hot. Oh, what's up with GarageBand? Oh, we're good.
GarageBand, because I did too sweet.
Yeah, it was.
Too sweet.
It's crazy that sometimes you could scream and it won't do anything, but when you just say too sweet,
Yeah.
there it goes.
Yeah, but even like I did it twice with more bass.
And it didn't do
Nothing.
anything. Yeah.
Nothing.
Really, really weird GarageBand. So, if anyone works at GarageBand, let us know what the
Listening,
fuck's
yeah.
going on.
Just quit fucking with my bass, GarageBand.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Let's talk ratings.
Yeah. Let's get into
Let's talk,
the
unless you had
ratings.
something. Did you have something else you were about to say?
You know, I think
We're
so.
gonna talk
but
about your dad a little bit more.
It'll come up.
All right.
It'll come up. Don't worry. But IMDb gave it a 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 79%. TV Guide gave it a 72%. And Google users gave it a 71%.
Oof. What'd you give it?
Give it a 5.6.
5.6.
5.6.
So 20 points lower than Jurassic World Dominion.
Yep.
Yeah. Guys, this movie's not bad.
Yeah, well...
It's not a bad movie over... I give it a 6.5. It wasn't... It wasn't great. I wasn't like, oh, this is such a cool... Like, it's really grabbing me. Oh, my God, I'm so invested with these characters. It was a fine movie, though. I
Yeah.
didn't hate it.
I felt like they did a good job at, you know, not making it just so much of like a cliche like stripper movie, even though I don't really know what a cliche stripper movie is. But you probably kind of go into it thinking you're just gonna see like over the top amounts of stripping, and I mean you do
see
get a
plenty.
good you
Yeah.
see plenty, but they do a good job at building up these characters and backstories and kind of like giving these characters arcs and following along with these characters in a pretty good, coherent way where you do get invested into them. What I didn't like as much is the way that they ended the film and the way that they summed up those characters' relationships and stuff and the way that it just played out. I felt like the movie, they drew out certain things a little too long. Not like it was too long, but in comparison to the way that they summed up the ending, I didn't like that.
There was too much of like, we get it, they're partiers.
Yeah.
To where at the end it was just like, okay, it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like had they needed, so like that needed to be part of the movie. It needed to like come across strong, but not as often as they did.
Yeah, and the other main character, his name was
I call him Craigslist
Craigslist.
because that's
Good one.
that's how they find him.
I like it. I don't like how we left open-ended, and he was one of the main characters, essentially.
Well, you're going to have to just tune in for Magic Mike XXL. Available on, I don't know, some streaming platforms. Probably HBO Max.
It is HBO Max.
They just do it all.
They're
so good over at HBO Max, guys. God. House of Dragon coming this August.
We'll see you
Check
there.
out the 5-6 Kings reviews.
But, what did you give it? You gave it a 6.5?
6.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is, it's what I gave Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah.
I
would put it like this. I would rather watch Jurassic World Dominion again than watching this again, specifically because I'm lazy.
Yeah, but that's like, like long drawn out story. Like this movie is storyline. Like
Exactly.
yeah, when I want to get in the mood, when I want to give a little tug, I'll put this on.
Oh,
I won't put Dominion on.
Come on, Matthew McConaughey in a thong,
dude.
All right.
So good. He says that like no shame. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll say it in this movie too.
Yeah.
Tell me I won't say it. And they're like, we will not tell you won't say it. You say whatever you want, Matthew.
I read that
The budget of this movie was $7 million. You can take a shit on that screen. And we'll be like, yeah, whatever. That's just what Matthew's doing.
It'd be great if he was like, nah, only if Gary Oldman comes with me.
And he's, oh my God, he's my little person's twin brother.
It's the only way I'm going to set this fucking shit straight.
That would have been so great. He's like, Gary's in. Just put it in.
Make sure you have a couch that hides fucking his body.
Don't have Gabriel Iglesias in this.
Oh my God.
Gary Oldman's playing that role. Gary Oldman's the DJ drug dealer.
Is he the one that was apparently stealing jokes? Gabriel
No,
Iglesias,
it's,
or was that
Carlos
That was
Mencia.
Carlos Mencia.
Fucking racist, dude.
I don't fuck.
Oh, it's the Spanish comedian was stealing Joe. Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, it wasn't Daniel Tosh, and you're like, oh, was it Gabriel Iglesias? I'm like, no, it's Daniel Tosh. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Stock awards, baby.
That doesn't look good for me. Okay, all right. So, Magic Mike, 9 wins, 14 nominations.
Let's just do the wins. Unless they were nominated for an Oscar, a Golden Globe, a SAG award.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah. So they won the special honorary award at the Austin Film Critics Association. Matthew McConaughey.
No.
That's weird.
Matthew McConaughey won it for Bernie, Killer Joe, and The Paperboy. So that should not be credited on the Magic Mike website.
That is pretty weird.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on. So they won the Central Ohio Film Critics Association Award for Actor of the Year, Matthew McConaughey. Once again, it says for Killer Joe, Bernie, and The Paperboy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm under Magic Mike.
Yeah. Channing Tatum was nominated for 21 Jump Street, Haywire, and The Vow. Which, fun fact, Christine Marino, if you're watching this right now, and I know you are, that was our first date. Went and saw The Vow.
Oh,
Channing Tatum
shit.
And I think it was Rachel McAdams.
That must have been magical.
I think she gets, it's wild. She comes from some, we're talking about The Vow for a minute. Rachel McAdams comes from like some hoity-toity, rich, family. My name's Walter, and like that.
All right.
And she kind of up and leaves the family because they don't approve. Channing Tatum's like a plumber, and she's in love with him. And they're like, well, we don't approve. He doesn't belong to the squash club. And it's like ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
She then gets in a car accident, has amnesia. They're married, her and Channing Tatum. They've started a life together. She has amnesia from the car accident. She does not remember Channing Tatum. And the family's like, we're going to keep it that way. This is a fucking wild movie. They're like, she's better off not knowing you. And he's like fighting. He's like, no, it's crazy. That's crazy. And the whole movie is she's like, I'm going to go live with my family. You're a stranger to me. I don't know. She thinks he's the doctor at first, which is ridiculous. He's wearing jeans and boots. Yeah. And she's like, so doctor, what do you think? And he looks like, you talking to me? She's like, yeah. He's like, your husband. She's like, hang on. You're not my fucking husband. Yeah. Crazy.
So it's a crazy twist to was it 21 Dates? The Adam Sandler and
50 First Dates.
50 First Dates.
Yeah, but he met her post amnesia.
Okay.
Yes, very, very different from 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
But wild move. I don't remember how it ended. I have to assume like they ended up together. It'd be wild if it was just no amnesia. And she lives with her family now.
Yeah. This is the whole movie.
Yeah. Channing Tatum moved on too. He's happy. He's a good looking guy. He landed on his feet. He's fine. You know. I hope that's how it is. But yeah, so the vow.
Yeah. All right, so back to Magic Mike. Apparently,
go.
this is like an autobiography on fucking Channing Tatum. Even though he helped, like, I guess, go over the script and stuff, he said as well that none of the characters in the film are from his actual past because...
Was he an actual male stripper?
Yeah.
I don't know
For 8 months, when he was 18, he was a male stripper. And the
the fucking Craigslist is Channing Tatum in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, right. And the reason why, or I don't know if it's exactly the reason why, but it might have been like part why as to the reason he didn't put his experiences from stripping and the characters that the people he stripped with into the movie was because apparently there's two people that he used to work with that have been trying to like take advantage of him and his success since he became like a famous actor, and they've been trying to like find ways to sue him over some of the characters in this film, trying to say that this is about them when it's like not.
I mean, dude, if you and I were male strippers together,
and I went on and
then you went on to be Channing Tatum, I'm telling you right now. If you go on to be Channing Tatum now, I'm trying to take advantage of you.
Listen, man.
Like for sure, making you uncomfortable. Like, I can't believe you just abandoned the 5'6" Kings like that. Like that's crazy, man. Like you leave me here with nothing.
Start editing.
That's
clips.
fucked up. Like you're like it's crazy. Like you just forget where you came from, and you move on like this. That's fucked up. Yeah, 100. If you get that level of success,
yeah.
If you just like get a few movies, I'll be like, yeah, good for Braid. If you're like fuck you, crazy Channing Tatum levels of famous, it's gonna get so uncomfortable. To be honest.
Oh my god. Good. Now I know.
I mean, you can't even get me a part in one of your movies. Like it's fucked up, dude. Like I'm not funny. You don't think I could be in a movie?
You think you're fucking better than me?
Yeah, it'll get so weird. So just get ready.
All right.
That's the consequence of that level of success.
I'm gonna make sure, like, when I get a big time contract, I'm gonna be like, we got to put a section in there to
just go listen to the episode of Magic Mike. Like,
yeah,
I'm not dealing with all that weird shit.
I'm telling you guys want to put this in now.
It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
Just get him, whatever it is. Get him in the movie. He won't care.
Just a fucking extra part.
Just give him a paycheck and put him in the movie.
He'll be cool with it. I promise. All right, so back to the awards. They won the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Male, Matthew McConaughey, at the
In Killer Joe, please tell me it's in another movie.
No, it doesn't say. I know, right? It's like fucking 2 for 2. Jesus. IMDb, you're fucking me up. But yeah, that was at the Film Independent Spirit Awards. They won the Dorian Award for Campy Flick of the Year at the Society of LGBTQ Entertainment Critics. Good for them. They won the GMS Award, which is Guild of Music Supervisors Awards for Best Music Supervision for Independent Film.
I did like the music on here.
Yeah, the music was good.
Yeah. Felt like a male strip club.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this song makes sense.
Yeah, shit.
It's raining, man.
Oh, yeah. They won the National Society of Film Critics Award for Best Supporting Actor, Matthew McConaughey.
For Bernie.
God damn it.
Yeah, and the next one's also for Bernie.
You're right.
Yeah. Did he do a Bernie Madoff movie? Is that what Bernie is? I'm not familiar.
I'm not
looking
familiar
it up.
either, but
you keep doing your thing.
They won a Village Voice Film Poll Award for Best Supporting Actor, Matthew McConaughey. And then they won the Just Kidding Award for Best Male Images in a Movie at the Women Film Critics Circle Awards. Will you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Assistant funeral director Bernie Teed is one of the most beloved residents in the small Texas town of Carthage. Sunday school teacher, choir member, and creator of spectacular funerals. Bernie is a friend to everyone, including Marjorie Nugent.
Wow, look at that.
A rich but tasty widow.
Ooh.
Oh, no, sorry. A rich but nasty widow.
Oh.
Yeah. Whom no one else likes. When Marjorie is found shot to death and stuffed in a freezer. Jesus. Bernie is charged with the murder and concerned Carthage citizens immediately spring to his defense.
Sounds like I need to watch this movie.
It's a crime comedy. It seems great. Jack Black plays Bernie Teed.
Ooh, all right.
Matthew McConaughey plays Danny Buck.
It's crazy how sometimes you don't hear about these movies until the 5-6 Kings bring us to your front door. Yeah.
All right. We're jumping into the script?
Yeah.
Is it about that time?
I think it's about that time, David.
All right. You thinking like, let's fucking get it on right now?
Oh,
Is that what
David.
you're thinking?
I'm thinking.
Because that's how it opens. We're just seeing like a thing that's like, let's fucking get it on right now.
Yeah.
Now he's like, all right, now we got to go over some ground rules here. It's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He didn't pick up. He's like, can you touch this? Can you touch this? Can you touch this? And he grabs his dick.
Yeah.
Now the law says you cannot touch.
Nope.
But I think I see a few lawbreakers here tonight. And there ain't a cop in sight. That's the most famous part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's, yeah.
That's where the whole budget went, right?
Yeah,
there.
he's grabbing all of his shit, and then it says June on the screen.
Yeah.
And Channing Tatum's naked, getting out of bed, looks hungover, rough. He's shaving his pubes. There's a hot girl, and she's like, I gotta go commando today because someone ripped my panties off. And he's like, I don't know if I ripped them. She's like, you fucking ripped them. And then there's a third girl asleep in bed. And they're both, she's like, what's her name? He's like, I don't fucking know her name. He's like, you? She's like, He's like, you don't fucking know her name either. he's like, who the fuck is she? He's like, neither of us know her name. And she's like, Penelope. She's like screaming. She's guessing names.
Yeah. She starts like says fucking random shit.
And it's not Ashley. It's not like Sarah, Katie. Like it's not normal names. It was like Penelope or maybe like Bernadette.
Something
like
weird.
She gets something crazy. And you're like, what are the odds?
Then she fucking kicks the bed like a couple times and
yeah, this girl's not moving.
Not moving.
He's like getting dressed and she's sitting in his living room. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go to work. She's like, so you're leaving?
It's a really nice studio too, and everything's kind of artsy.
I don't get. It is huge, and it's on the beach. I don't know if he rents or buys. It's not a studio apartment.
Yeah.
There's a bedroom, bathroom. It looks like a full house.
Yeah.
There's an upstairs, downstairs. It's massive and on the beach.
Yeah, very nice.
And she's like, what, you're leaving? He's like, yeah, what are you going to do? Fucking rob me? She's like, yeah, I mean, that's what strangers typically do. So he doesn't know these people.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, don't. And then he leaves.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because there was like something that they said too, as if they kind of knew each other, like as if they'd done this before, like had a threesome before or something like that.
Those two, so it turns out they did.
Yeah.
Those two have a rapport to where you don't think that they just met.
Yeah.
But then she's like, you're just leaving us here?
Which is weird, yeah.
Yeah, like strangers steal from other people. He's like, all right, well, don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah. Channing Tatum's got a badass truck. He's driving. They're in Florida. They're in Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida.
He's driving to a construction job.
Where he used to actually strip as well.
There we go.
Look at that.
Tampa, Florida. Google strip club capital of the United States. It might be Tampa. If it's not Tampa, it's Vegas, which, sure. But Tampa is up there.
You like hearing that? That sounds like 60 words per minute.
Portland, Oregon? Or Maine?
Oregon.
There we go. Ain't that some shit?
And it says this is largely because Oregon's constitution protects obscenity under the First Amendment.
There we go. God, I love the First Amendment. Braden loves it more, though. That's why he drives down the street just screaming the N-word. He's like, tell me it's illegal. So you can't arrest me. You can't arrest me. I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want.
My shrink said it's good for me.
There we go. It's good for you to get that anger out.
Just express it, you know? Release.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing some good work with that shrink.
Thanks.
Yeah. Don't call them shrinks anymore, you psycho. It's 2022. That's like a 1950s phrase.
That's where I fucked up, was the shrink.
Yeah, therapist. Had you said therapist, it'd be better. But shrink. Well, you're a fucking old housewife. Just bring him to the shrink.
Going through a hard time, David, all right?
So he goes to a construction job, and he's tiling roofs, And the boss hired some guys off Craigslist, and Channing Tatum's like, "The fuck, you're hiring these Craigslist guys?" He's like, yeah. You'll take them up there, and you'll teach them how. He's like, "I will for $20." He's like, "You did 15." The guy's like, he says something. Channing Tatum normally makes 15 an hour, and Channing Tatum's like, "I'll do it for 20." And the guy's like, 17, and just get up there, quit breaking my balls. And he's like, "You're gonna pay me 20." And the guy's like, "All right, fine."
Fuck.
So he goes up. The kid off Craigslist doesn't know what he's doing, but he's showing beautiful fucking view.
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking view that they're tiling the roof on. It's like right over the Gulf of Mexico. Just fucking, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, Tampa was looking nice.
Yeah, Tampa. Say what you want about Tampa. Those views were good.
Yeah.
And then when he's leaving, the boss is yelling at Craigslist. He's like, "You steal this fucking Pepsi." He's like, gets it out of his bag. He's like, "How many Pepsis did you take?" He's like, "That's the only one I took." He's like, "You only get one." He's like, "When I do my inventory later, if I find that more Pepsis are gone than the amount of people here, I'm coming to you."
I was wondering, like, what did he think that he was initially stealing? Tile? Like a fucking roof?
I think he thought Pepsi. I think the boss was like, he's stealing a Pepsi, and I'm gonna fucking lay into him for this.
Because he's from Craigslist?
Yeah. This fucking Craigslist kid. Yeah.
Craigslist motherfucker.
Craigslist, his car's not starting. So Channing Tatum gives him a ride in the truck, and immediately Craigslist, Channing Tatum has like the plastic shit on the dash still, and he's like picking at it, and Channing's like, "The fuck you doing?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Stop it." He's like, "Why do you still have the plastic on?" He's like, "'Cause it still looks brand fucking new. It's gonna stay that way. Don't take it off." Like,
Yeah, you can tell this kid's like pretty lost, like in his own fucking head.
yeah. He grew up in Citrus Springs, Florida, and played strong safety there. Look it up. Citrus Springs, Florida is
fucking town.
I looked it up. It's like West Coast.
Oh, it's nice.
I don't know if
West
it's
Coast
nice,
is pretty
but
nice.
it's not as nice as the East Coast.
That's true.
Yeah. Goddamn right.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. It's somewhere, but not quite west, like not all the way West Coast. Like kind of, I don't know. It seemed kind of in like no man's land.
Yeah.
Like not, like probably like 45 minutes north of like Newport Richie.
And that's how Florida is.
Fuck Newport Richie.
Fuck them. But that's how Florida is. It's like kind of like a major town, and then just like shit fucking small towns, then like a major town, and then like shit small towns.
Yeah. I drove from St. Pete. They have a great like concert venue in downtown St. Pete. Sick. Janet's Live. Sick place to go see a show. And like driving back, like you're just driving through. You're like, who the fuck lives here? Driving through it.
Oh, dude, there's so
you're
many.
like, you're like, this is wild driving through this place. Like it is insane.
It's like one street light per mile.
Yeah, like it's just nonsense, and there's homes just there, and you're driving through a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus
Who the
Christ,
fuck lives here?
Someone started a life here.
Must be rough.
Yeah. I wish I could make that commute. I'm sure it's not expensive to live there.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Saves so much money.
Yeah, but what would I do for work out there?
That's
Would
the
I
whole,
work at the fucking Sunoco?
That's the whole gimmick, dude.
That's the thing. You're
Yeah.
like, well,
I'm fucked.
fuck.
Yeah.
Do I commute into St. Pete?
You live in a
And
town
then,
like
and then
that.
live in Arcadia? Like, that's... Or do I work at the gas station and live in Arcadia? It's not...
That's the shit they make movies about, where it's like the whole main character's objective is just to make it out of that fucking town.
That's what... Identity.
Identity.
Like, I gotta get out of Polk County. We're all from Polk County. We all hate Polk County. Polk County sucks. Polk County, I'm sure I talked about it when we did Identity. But my mom and sister, for a softball tournament, were staying in Polk County. And they had to leave the hotel they were at and go stay at another hotel because the family, people were calling the police because their peephole was reversed. So the people working, it was another mom and daughter. So the people working there could look in on the mom and daughter in the hotel room.
What do you think the front desk says?
So my mom,
we just
my
put it
mom
in
was
wrong.
like, all right, well, not...
Yeah,
me and my teenage daughter aren't staying in this fucking hotel. Let's go.
Get the fuck out.
Figure some shit out.
I'm sure they got fucking cameras set up too or something.
I'm
Sick fucks.
sure.
Yeah.
If you're reversing peepholes, that's not step one.
Yeah, exactly.
Not step one.
exactly.
So, Craigslist, Channing Tatum drops him off. He's like, I played strong safety for Citrus Springs. Blah, blah, blah. I was pretty good. I thought about giving the college thing the college try, but then I stopped doing the college try. And then he drops him off, and he tells his sister that he quit because he was accused of stealing and that he can't interview at T-Mobile because they want him to wear a tie, and she knows that's one of his rules. He is living on his sister's... I didn't say this part. He lives on his sister's couch.
And he's got these type of rules.
And he's like, you know my rules? I can't... They want me to wear a tie. I'm not wearing a tie.
So I'm going to stay living on your couch.
Yeah.
All right?
And he then charms his way out by doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression and, like, doing
good.
the, like, maybe I could do... And she's like, what? And he's like, huh?
Huh?
Like that. Like, he's very charming.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling... They call each other bro and sis.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that this is an incest porn and that those two are going to fuck.
In the beginning, dude...
That is what they're setting up for. Like they're calling each other bro and sis immediately, and I'm like... Oh, are these two gonna fuck? No one does that.
Yeah.
That's not a thing that people do in the world. I have 4 sisters. None of them call... We don't go bro and sis back and forth. I'm David.
Yeah, and...
like it's like, bro, sis. Oh, like, that is strictly a porn thing.
Yeah, and I mean, this is gonna spoil very, very little, but...
They don't fuck.
Yes, but I felt like they had better chemistry when it came to, like, showing them, like, about a hookup or some shit than her and Channing growing...
You could have just said when they show love interest, you didn't have to pick a specific one.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I was looking for the right words, but I got lost. But yeah.
That's... You feel these two are closer sexually, and there's more sexual tension between them than there is between any other two people the rest of this movie. And this is a movie about strippers.
So, like,
it's all sexual tension. That's all they want.
It was weird.
And this was the most I was like, oh my god, these two are definitely gonna fuck.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Because it was so strong in the first, like, quarter of the movie.
Yeah. So she's like, come to dinner with me and Paul. Maybe Paul can find a job for you and whatever he does.
And it's like they're fucking flirting in front of the... I thought that, I was like,
Paul sucked.
He sucked, and I'm like...
Paul was just like, yeah, well, that's the insurance game, you know? You do this and that, and that's the game. But, like, just did not stop talking about his job to... This wasn't, like, a first date. This was... They've been dating for a while, it felt like.
Yeah.
And that's how he would, like, just did not stop talking about his job. He was like, it's just me in the rat race, you know? You know, that's what I do. I'm out there, you know, putting in my 40, 50, hell, 60-hour weeks, you know, but I gotta get the job done. You know, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then he doesn't let her drink. She has a drink on the table, and she goes to finish, like, hey, you shouldn't be drinking.
And we find out after this, like, over the course of the rest of the film, as to why a girl like that would date a guy like that. Because she ends up being such a smug fucking character.
Yeah.
You know, like, just smug.
She kind of sucks.
Just smug.
But he's like, you shouldn't drink. Don't drink that. Put your drink down. All right, you shouldn't be drinking. Someone will drink it. And then the brother just reaches, finishes her drink, and then he walks out of the restaurant.
Well, he said too. He said something like, yeah, he's a taker. He's like drinking it.
He's like, someone will be a taker. He's like, there we go. There's the guy. Yeah,
just
he's
kind of
a
like,
taker.
literally just like making fun of him to his face.
So that felt more like...
I thought it was pressing buttons rather than trying to...
that felt more like, yeah, there you go. Down it.
I felt like it was
that's my
trying
boy.
to...
That's my boy. Let's go. Yeah.
I felt like he was trying to get underneath his skin, which is why he walked off.
I don't know. Let's not debate that because we're just going to be differing opinions and there's no point in doing that.
Yeah.
He's walking the streets and he goes up. There's a girl in line at a club. He's a good looking dude, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't said that yet. He's young and like very handsome. And he's 19. And he says to this girl who's in line, a good looking girl, he just goes, hey, you know who's spinning tonight? I got a club. Like, who's the DJ? And she's like, no, I don't. Sorry. Like, super awkward. He's good looking, but he's a dirty good looking. He's wearing a hoodie and
he's
like sweatpants and sneakers. Like it. But I think he's good looking enough to where she would be like, oh, I don't know, guys. Do you know who's spinning tonight? Like,
well, it's just because he had his hoodie up still.
He did. He looked sketchy.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah. And I think that's why it was the sketch, the awkward, I don't know, because she's like, God, he's fucking good looking. What's his deal?
Yeah.
What's this all about?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just walks away, and then he sees Channing Tatum. And he's like, hey, Channing Tatum. And Channing Tatum's like standing in front of the club. He's like, hey, what's up? Craigslist, how's it going? And he's like, yeah. He's like, can you get me in here? And he's like, I don't think we're gonna let you in. You're wearing a fucking hoodie and sneakers. He's like, what? No. And the guy's like, all right, man. Well, I'll see you around. And like he starts to walk away, and Channing Tatum's like, fuck. He's like, yeah, hold on, come on. He's like, yeah, let's see, but fucking flip the hood back. And then he goes up to the doorman. He's like, hey, I'm really sorry about this guy. But you mind letting him in? And the guy's like, yeah, don't worry. He's like, I owe you one.
In reality, that motherfucker's never getting in.
I mean, probably. So, depending on how much pull Channing Tatum has.
You're right.
Yeah,
But it was like a nice club, is what we come to find out.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
They go in and, he's like, man, you got to stop wearing the sneakers. And Craig's just like, yeah, sorry, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, and now I'm like, oh, fuck, now I feel bad.
Yeah, shit. Channing Tatum tells Craigslist there's like a bottle, like chick walking with shots, and Channing Tatum takes one, hands one to Craigslist, like, take it. He's like, I don't have any money. He's like, you'll earn your keep. Like, what the fuck does that mean, dude?
Yeah.
And they keep walking, and he introduces Craigslist to Portia and Ruby as a new recruit. And he asks them what they do. And Channing Tatum laughs and pulls him aside. He said, if any girl ever introduces themselves to you and their name is like a flower or a car or a fucking stone, they only have one profession. And he's like, oh, all right. So like they're strippers. Like no one's really named Portia.
Not to take shots at women, but that's like so many of like women's Instagram handles today.
What?
Like one of those things that you just said, like they got flower in their name or fucking, I don't know, like whatever the things he just said is like what girls put in
a flower or a car or a stone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those are
strippers.
Yeah.
Strippers, baby.
There you go.
He then says, all right, here's how you pay me back. Go talk to that girl in the tiara. There's a girl with a tiara and a sash that says 21st birthday. And he's like, what do I say to her? He's like, oh, you talked to girls before. Just go do it.
Yeah.
Just go over there and do it. And he like starts walking over and he's like thinking about what he's going to say. And a guy kind of bumps the girl at the bar going up there. And he... fucking aggressive choice.
Yeah.
He fucking grabs the guy and he's like, you just bumped my fucking girlfriend, all right? Better watch where you're fucking walking. Like in front of the girl. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And the guy's like, oh. My bad? Jesus. Like, keeps walking. It could have been so much worse. They could have fist fought.
They could have fist fought.
And then what?
And then the girl also, in this scenario, I think more likely would have reacted this way. Like, no, I don't know. You like, I don't know. Like, the guy didn't seem like he...
Dude, you're like underestimating how fucking handsome this dude is. All right? He's handsome, and they start talking. It's her 21st birthday, and she's like, no one's fucking been here all night. No one's got me a drink. Like... She was hoping some shit like that would happen that night.
Yeah.
That's why she went there. She wanted that dude to come up to her. And then and she says that, and he's like, dog, I don't have any money. He's like, I can't buy it. And Channing Tatum walks up with shots, and he goes, all right, hey, to our children, may they have rich fucking parents.
Boom.
Then they all do the shot. And Channing Tatum's super flirtatious, and he's like, you guys should come to the show tonight. And he pulls out a pamphlet, and it's for the male strip club performance. And they're like, oh. And they're like, well, all right, we'll go under one condition. Your little friend here has to be there. And Channing was like, done, he'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy's like, I don't think that's true. I don't think I'm going to be there. And he's like, nah, you're going to be there. Just don't even worry about it. You'll be there. And he walks up, he's like, look, I'll throw you, you'll be the prop guy. I'll throw you $100, maybe tip you out at the end of the night. And you're like, all right, fuck, guess I'm going.
Yeah.
They walk into Exquisite, Exquisite. Not how you spell the word exquisite, but exquisite.
Exquisite.
Strip club. And they walk in. Matthew McConaughey is fire dancing. And goes, this is some fucking Valhalla shit right here, guys. You seeing this? He's like, I'm thinking about giving it to Tarzan unless you want it. Like Channing Tatum, he's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, all right. Channing Tatum gets Matthew McConaughey to hire the 19-year-old for things. He's like, you're fucking 19. What can I do with you? He's like, all right, you be the prop guy. You do the props, and don't you fuck this up, all right? This isn't a hobby. This is serious fucking business. All right? I can't have some 19-year-old fucking with my future. And you're like, what the fuck is his deal? That is a crazy thing to say. Fucking with my future? What's the fear? What does he think he's gonna do to fuck with his future? That's crazy. But the guy's like, yeah, no, whatever. Thank you. So
I love how Matthew always takes it to like another level.
so intense.
Yeah.
He then grabbed a fucking chicken leg, and when you see this, suck this. He's like, I was promised a retainer. So Channing Tatum brings Craigslist to the back, and he introduces him to the boys. And guys, Tarzan is played by the one, the only, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Kevin motherfucking Nash. Do it, hit me with it. Too sweet for life. Fucking man. Kevin Nash, he's in the back. And Kevin Nash is asking him, he's like, how do you know Channing Tatum? He's like, yeah, we work construction together. He's like, yeah, what do you make doing that? You make like 15 an hour? The guy's like, more like 10. He's like, huh. He's like, all right, well, why don't you go ahead and another guy tossed him some spray, like self-tanner spray. He's like, why don't you go ahead and he has a kid sit next to him on the couch.
Yeah.
And he stretches his leg over him.
Yeah, you got it. There we go.
And he's like, all right, go ahead and spray it. And the kid's like, spray it, come on. It's part of the job. So he sprays it. No problem. And then he's like, all right, yeah, just give it a little massage.
You serious?
Yeah. Come on. Rub it in there. We're going to tip you out tonight. And then he starts, and they're like, like, fucking stop it. They're like, you actually did it. You just fucking rubbing my calf. It's crazy.
That was a great part.
Just fucking male strippers just initiate the new guy. We've all been there.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
We've all had former WWF, WCW champion Kevin Nash having us rub his calf and then laughing at us. Be like, can't believe you did it.
It was Ashley.
Can't believe you rubbed the calf. So
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they do that. The sorority girl sits up front, and Channing Tatum, they're then in the back. He's explaining to Craigslist. He's like, you just fucking do what everyone tells you to do. You got the props. Give them the props when they tell you to give it to you. Because they're going to be doing shit. Like, just you're the fucking assistant. He's like, help him out. And while he's doing this, there's a dude with his dick in a pump right next to him. He's pumping his dick in the kid. Like, Channing Tatum's normal to Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But, like, the kid, like, he keeps, like glancing. He's like, jeez, man, like, what the fuck?
Gotta get a dick pump, Dave.
Where'd you bring me? This is crazy. The guy's pumping his dick right next to me.
And he's so cool about it,
and it's
too.
crazy how quick this all unravels, and he's just along for it, like before he knows it, he's just in the middle of all this, and he's like, I can't just turn back. Like, I'm just in. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Gabriel Iglesias, who is a different person than Carlos Mencia.
He is?
Yeah. He's one of the, there's two really fat comedians who are like morbidly obese comedians. Ralphie May, Gabriel Iglesias. Ralphie May died. Gabriel Iglesias should have. Oof. So he's given everybody, he's got GHB, which is a fucking thing. It's a fucking bathtub drug is what it really is. Ooh. But people are like, oh, no, your body naturally produces this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it's something that Gabriel Iglesias made in his fucking sink. Like it's not a good drug.
Yeah, what was it?
GHB. That's the fucking abbreviate. It's like chlorohydric, and it's a fucking crazy long scientific name. But you drink a capful of it, and all the strippers are doing a capful, and then Channing Tatum's like, I mean, you're fucking young, you can't drink, you're 19, like if you want, you can have a capful. And the guy's like, all right, yeah, cool. He's like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'll take a half cap. So he takes a half capful, and it's showtime.
Fucking showtime!
And Matthew McConaughey, because low budget indie movie, like Matthew McConaughey can do whatever the fuck he wants. So he says the phrase, all right. Like you're like, okay. Yeah. This doesn't happen in his big movies, but it happens in this because of course it does.
Of course it does.
They said, yeah, Matt, just whatever you want.
Bring that southern charm.
He intros all the boys, and they come out as if they're all in trench coats, and they have umbrellas and hats. It looks like it's going to be like a Foggy London Town type dance. And then It's Raining Men remix. But it's like, hallelujah. but it's not that song. It's a remix where it's like a techno dubstep version.
Yeah.
It's raining, raining bad. Like it's like that.
Yeah.
And they do a crazy dance. Channing Tatum is obviously the main attraction. Like that's clear from the beginning. He's front and center.
He's Top Gun.
Yeah, they all go out into the crowd and they're like grinding up on chicks. And Craigslist is watching. They do a quick montage of all the guys' different performances. It looks like a fun night.
Yeah,
it looks like like it's not. It's like if you ever been to a strip club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
So like,
was just that one actually.
yeah, but like women don't like at the ones I've been to, which is like Rachel's and Wild Wild West and Lake Worth, which is a wild one.
Yeah.
But, it is. You're like, oh, this is way different than like a nice one where they sell steak. They do not sell steak at Wild Wild West. They might now.
It's wild.
It's wild.
They
don't like there's sick props in this one. It's not just they play a song, you go up and you dance on the pole. It's like they're putting effort. There's a guy who dresses up as a Ken doll, and there's a large Ken doll box that he's coming out of. And there's a firefighter Channing Tatum. There's a huge like silhouette. And the guy, he has this huge dick in the silhouette. His dick's big, like proportionately to him, but they have the huge shadow silhouette. And you're like, oh, that's the fucking biggest dick ever. Holy shit, look at this guy. And then Matthew McConaughey is up on stage, and he's like, all right, guys, it's time.
It's fucking
You
time.
know him, you love him. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Kevin Nash. And then it starts playing the... For life. The NWO music. As you all know listening, you're like, oh, it's the NWO song.
Yeah.
No, it's playing some, like, it's Tarzan. And it's playing, like, jungle music. And no one comes out. He goes in the back, and Kevin Nash is on the ground. And, like, he's all G'd out.
He's fucking passed out.
He's all G'd out.
Starts flipping the fuck out.
He's like going to everyone. He's like, why don't you do this thing out on the stage? He's like, it's not ready for the stage, man. I told you this. And he's like, Channing, get out there and do something. He's like, I was just out there, man. I can't just fucking pop back out. And he's like, we got to do something. He's like, all right, you want to do something? He's like, yeah. He's like, kid, follow me. And he walks the kid out there. The kid has his hoodie and his jeans and his sneakers on. And he just pushes him out onto the stage. He says, I really fucking hope you can dance. And then pushes him out on the stage. And Matthew McConaughey is like, all right, I can fuck with this. I can fuck with this. And they get Gabriel Iglesias on, and they play Like a Virgin remix. Which is great.
And this kid is he is uncomfortable, you could tell, but he's starting to get into it. He starts taking his clothes off slowly.
Fucking shredded. You're like, how has he not always been a stripper?
Or just like more comfortable with himself.
He's very comfortable with himself.
I mean, he was scared to walk up to the girl. Now he's timid on stage.
But he walked up with the girl, and he did not look like he should have been in that club. And he was trying to get into clubs. And he did not look like he should be getting into clubs. Like he's comfortable. He should have been a stripper his whole life. He just fucking shredded. If that actor's not a real stripper, I'm pissed.
There you go.
So he's out there, and he doesn't dance. Kind of like moves and takes all of his clothes off. And then goes out in the crowd to the 21-year-old and like leans over, he kisses her.
Oh, he straddles her and fucking kisses
her, and then grabs a bunch of money off the table, and then shoves it in his underwear. And then Matthew McConaughey's like, "All right, that's the show. now it's a little one-on-one time, ladies." And then they break up and they're doing the one-on-one time. After the show, everyone's pumped about how the show went. And Matthew McConaughey goes to Craigslist like, never kiss the girls. That's 101. You never kiss the girls.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And Matthew McConaughey, the kid goes to give him the money he got. He's like, I don't know. Every man keeps every dollar he makes up on that stage, plus the 50 I owe you.
And he gives him
$50. And you're like, all right. He's like, but be ready to work going forward, because it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah. But then Big Dick fucking, what's his name? He's like, yeah, we got to worry about herpes, bro. I'm like, that's true.
That's true. It's always got to worry about herpes.
Got to worry about him.
Herpes, it's always lurking in the corner. Always be ready. So after the show, Matthew McConaughey does the book, or not Matthew McConaughey, Channing Tatum does the books, I guess. They made $2,500 that night, and Matthew McConaughey asked, he's like, how do you know Craigslist over there? He's like, showed up at the fucking construction site today, and then I saw him on the street, brought him in. He's like, all right. He's like, he's got something. He's young, he's good looking. He's like, can't dance for shit, though. And Channing Tatum goes, can't dance for shit.
Can't.
He's like, but that's teachable.
But that's teachable.
Yeah. Channing Tatum asks about Miami, and Matthew McConaughey says, looking good. I got a couple loopholes I got to get through with the real estate attorneys down there, but after that, it's going to be all green lights, brother.
Green Lights, which is Matthew McConaughey's new book.
There we go, based off of Magic Mike.
Yep, 100%.
And Channing Tatum's like, well, what can I do? He's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Be up there on stage, be a fucking star, be a big brother to the boys in the back. That's what I need from you. That's the most valuable thing you can do. And he's like, all right. He's like, and I want you to, Matthew McConaughey tells him, he's like, keep that up. You're going to be in a lot more of this door money. I promise you that. And then he's like, well, and I want you to say the word. I want you to say equity. And then as Matthew McConaughey's walking away, he spelled EQUITY.
Boom.
Saying like, hey, we're going to open a new fucking strip club. I'll give you equity. Yeah, you'll get part of whatever. Mm-hmm. Craigslist is they're showing them they're going out, they're getting fucked up. Craigslist is wearing the sash and tiara while the birthday girl sucks his dick, and Channing Tatum's fucking someone, and then Channing Tatum's Craigslist and two girls they're out all night, the sun's rising, and they go. Channing Tatum, they park at a bridge. Channing Tatum goes and does a sick backflip off the bridge, fully clothed. And then Craigslist, like a little bitch, just went, and then just jumped in.
There's no stunts in this movie, David. That's another fun fact.
Yeah, so like, but that person, like if you and I and two girls were up all night partying, and then you parked your truck on a bridge, and you did a sick backflip off the bridge.
I wouldn't expect you to do it.
But my options are do something cool like that, or stay on the fucking bridge. My options are not jump in feet first, fully clothed, and tell you, hey, let's be best friends. Which is what happened. Yeah. And Channing Tatum laughed and went, all right, man, let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I gotta piss. Yeah. So let's take a little break. But guys, I hope we're back. I hope we come back.
Can you imagine like a supernova happening?
I hope this isn't it for the 5-6 Kings. So stick around. And we're back.
We're back. The sun did not explode.
Hey, Derek Jeter. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So we're at Sis. Sis is up worried sick.
Oh.
Bro never came home. They were going to fuck. And she's like, bro didn't come.
So now she's smug as fuck. Like, you could see it all in the bottom chin area.
Yeah.
It's telling you, bro.
Craigslist and Channing Tatum both get home. And Channing Tatum's like, oh, shit, look at this dining room chair. It's fucking awesome. He starts naming brands of chairs. She's like, what, dude? Like, fuck you. And then he looks like, oh, it's just a knockoff. And like puts it under. And then he's like, the kid, Craigslist said something about breakfast. And she said, well, he must be drunk because I ain't cooking no fucking breakfast. She says it just like that.
There are times where she just snaps.
He's just like, oh, I mean you. And not like, we might go get some breakfast if you wanted to join us.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm good. And then he leaves. Like, I'll just be out here with the rest of the breakfast-loving world, and we'll just do our different things, I guess. And then he leaves.
Yeah, I'd feel awkward too.
We're now at dance practice. Matthew McConaughey's coaching.
Oh, this is a great fucking scene.
He tells Craigslist to take his clothes off, and he just like takes his shirt off, and he's like, "You fucking 12-year-old in the locker room?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Taking your clothes off like a fucking 12-year-old in the fucking locker room." And he's like, "All right, well, I shouldn't do that." And he's like, "Listen to me. You were fulfilling every woman's wildest fantasy. You are the husband she never had. Who's got the cock? Who's got the cock? You do. All right?
You do.
You do. They don't.
He's so passionate.
Now let's see the tease, all right? I want you to do the tease, all right? You tease and then you stick it. You stick it. And he's like standing behind him. He's like, I don't have enough time for a fag joke, all right? So let's just go. Just like that. He's
Like,
like,
you're gonna know when to fucking thrust.
And so like he's like got him.
They're in the mirror.
They're like in the mirror watching. They're like a dance studio.
Yeah.
Like in a strip mall dance studio.
Yeah.
And they're in the mirror, and he's like gyrating behind him.
He's behind him. And he's just.
And he's like, all right, you're gonna know when to stick it.
Yeah.
Do
Now
that.
with me, all right?
Yeah,
With
tease
me.
him,
now.
all right?
Now you're gonna
Tease
fucking
him.
set it up,
Tease
right? Now
him,
we're
and
together.
stick
And we're
it.
sticking. Yeah.
Just like that.
He's like, nice.
Just like that. Braden nailed it.
Thanks.
And that was that.
It was
And then Channing
fucking
Tatum and Craigslist are in like a sex shop, and he's like, all right. Matthew McConaughey told me I could take you stripper clothes shopping. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And he's looking, and there's a thing. It's like a thong where it's an elephant's nose, and it goes around your dick. And he's like, you don't want to do elephant sex. And he's like, okay. And then he asks, he's like, hey, is Matthew McConaughey a good guy? And Channing Tatum doesn't say yes or no.
Yeah, he's like indifferent to the question.
Yeah. He's like, you know, so he's Matthew McConaughey's Matthew McConaughey, you know?
Yeah.
This is
and
what he do.
Craigslist is like, well, it was really nice of him to let me, in.
He's like, yeah, nice of him. He's like, look, man, you got something. We don't really know what that is yet, but I wouldn't put all your eggs in this basket, you know? Don't quit he doesn't have a day job. He says, don't quit your day job just yet.
Yeah.
Basically, like, you're good looking, you're young, we think, maybe you'll be really good at this, but
What's so
You
funny, he fucking makes the crowd yell one time, and now they're like, it doesn't matter that he's 19.
yeah, that's just nothing but
It's
a thing.
out the window
They don't
now.
give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Right? That door's already open. Matthew McConaughey just needed someone to give him a little push.
Yeah.
He's like, I shouldn't have a 19-year-old out there. And then Channing Tatum's like, yeah, but now we do. And he's like, all right, let's fucking roll with it.
Yeah.
Let's roll with it. Let's teach him. Let's take him stripper clothes shopping, and let's go all in.
Yeah.
So his sister finds the bag of all the thongs and shit because he leaves it in the living room, and he's shaving his legs in the bathroom. And she's like, hey.
She is furious.
She's like, hey, I just want to talk. No, she's like, no, she's like, you in the bathroom? She's like, come on, I just want to talk. And she's like, look, I don't care what your lifestyle is. I just want you to, talk to me. Be honest with me. And he's like, what? And he then, like, we never see him tell her he's a stripper. He just keeps saying, it's for work. Trust me, it's for work. And she's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's for work? What do you do for work? He's like, it's just for work. Don't worry about it. And she's like, it's crazy. So she thinks he's gay at first, and then turns out he's a stripper. He just keeps saying it's for work. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich is playing at the strip club. And he does like a thing. Him and another stripper do like a duet, and then it's just him, and he brings a fucking fat old lady on stage. And his sister,
this is great.
His sister's there. She's watching.
And Big Dick Richie starts flip. Is this the same where Big Dick Richie is doing with the fat woman?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. Way later.
Oh.
Way later. Is that his name? Big Dick Richie?
Yeah, that is.
That's great.
In the movie.
That's a great. Yeah, not the fucking person's name. I
wanted to
picked
make
up
sure.
on that. Yeah. Channing Tatum walks up and he's like, "Hey, yes, scoot down. This area is for breakfast lovers only. Like, it's cute little." And she
Jab back at her.
Yeah, like they go back and forth for a while, and she's like, "Hey, like, take care of my brother." And he goes,
He only wants her because she's so smug. She doesn't act like every other woman that's just fucking thirsting over him.
Well, she's interesting at this point. He's
She
like,
is.
let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And she's like, take care of my brother, all right? He's gonna do this with you. And he goes, okay, Mom, we'll take care of him. And then he's like,
More incest situations right there.
he's like, you should stick around for the show, though. And then he goes in the back, and Matthew McConaughey announces the star of the show. The reason all of y'all came to this. Channing motherfucking Tatum.
Boom.
And then Channing comes out, and he does his dance, and Sis watches him dance for a while.
Oh, and she's not just watching. She's contemplating life.
She's like, I mean, this is fucking hot. It's Channing Tatum taking his
looking
clothes off
around.
and stripping. Like, obviously, it's awesome.
She wants
Like,
to react
yeah.
like the other women are acting, and she's like fighting this like internal battle.
Yeah, but she's like, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
Yeah. But she finds him hot as fuck.
I mean, because he is. He's fucking Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Well, like, he's a good-looking man. So, she leaves. She leaves. She's like, all right, I'm out of here. Like, she watches.
I've seen enough.
She watches a bunch of it and then leaves. And then in the fucking truck after, Channing Tatum tells Craigslist that your sister was here. She was fucking pissed, man. She's not happy about this. And he's like, fuck, that's crazy.
Are you serious?
And he says he made $230, which that's a... Dude, like, if male strippers are really making that amount of money, like, I would be Kevin Nash, and that's like, I would never retire.
Yeah, because how long did he work? Like a fucking 30-second segment?
Yeah. And Kevin Nash is like fucking 45 years old when this movie came out. He's an old man. And he's stripping still. And if he's making $230 a night also, like, you just don't quit.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a good life. You party. You get all G'd out. It's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and he tries to give Channing Tatum gas money, and Channing Tatum laughs because you know how fucking much better than you I am. I don't need your fucking gas money.
Come on, look at me.
Look at me. I ain't hurting. All right, I can pay for my own gas.
I can wear a snapback backwards.
Yeah, and
do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, and pull it off. If I wore a snapback backwards, people would be like, the fuck's David's deal?
Oh, come on, we used to all the time.
Those weren't snapbacks.
Oh, not
Those were
snapback.
fitted, baby.
Yeah.
Those were fitted. Also, if I wore a fitted backwards, people would be like, what's David's deal?
Past 6'1", baby.
They'd be like, what's David's fucking deal? Yeah.
Rep in Palm Beach.
And I wouldn't wear them backwards, Braden.
Why not?
I'd wear them tilted and a little bit to the side.
That's right.
Never backwards.
Yeah.
That's some Fred Durst shit.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah. Channing Tatum is wearing a suit and getting shit out of a safe that's in a wall behind a painting.
And I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
where's this going?
you're like, what the fuck's happening to this movie? And he goes to meet with Marie Schrader from Breaking Bad, Hank's wife.
Look at that.
And he wants a loan so he can start a custom furniture business. And he talks about, it's like, I own a bunch of different cash businesses. I brought the down payment right here, and he has a bunch of cash. And
Hands over like 20 grand.
He's like, I got these 6 businesses, blah, blah. It's not 20 grand.
How much was it?
It's at most 13 grand.
Oh.
Yeah. So I counted. She's like, I can't give you the loan because your fucking credit's terrible. And he's like, yeah, well, I spoke to whoever, and if I do a large lump sum down payment, you could do it. Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, we have programs for, financially distressed people. And he's like, financially distressed?
Financially distressed.
He's like, do you see this money? Do I look financially distressed to you? He's like, I read the papers, all right? I watch the news. The only ones who are distressed are y'all. Fucking out of here.
Boom.
And he loads up his briefcase. He's wearing glasses too.
Yeah.
He's wearing a suit and glasses, and he brought a bunch of cash. And he couldn't get the loan because he's a fucking stripper and has bad credit. And he was like, yeah, fuck you, all right? I don't need this. So he's ringing Sis's doorbell, and she answers it, and he's dressed as Marilyn Monroe and going, happy birthday, Mr. President. And he's like, let's go. He wakes the brother up. He's like, it's 4th of July sandbar party. Let's go. We're doing it. And Sis is like, I'm not going. But then Channing Tatum says, you better have some epic plans to turn down a 4th of July sandbar party. And clearly she didn't. She's like, you know what? You're fucking right.
Yeah.
It's a sandbar party. I gotta go. So she goes.
She goes.
Just
pulling off the fit.
And she's kind of a cunt.
Oh, dude.
Just shitting like, yeah, I'm at a 4th. He's like, isn't this awesome? And she's like, oh, yeah, a sandbar with every stripper in Tampa. Exactly what everyone thinks they're going to spend.
Oh, yeah.
And, I really wish Channing Tatum would be like, oh, you just fucking leave. It's... Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. And I'm having a great time.
I'm having an awesome time.
Everyone else seems to be having a great time. Quit being a cunt. I wish he would have said that. He didn't. He, joked around with her. And then the girl from the beginning, who we had the threesome with, shows up. And immediately starts pointing out Sis's tattoos.
Oh, but not just pointing them out. She's feeling them. She's like,
oh, is that a tattoo?
Yeah. Oh,
She's
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
What about this one in the
another
back?
tattoo?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. And, Sis is clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah, trying to,
I don't give a fuck. And Matthew McConaughey's like, yeah, well, not Matthew McConaughey. Channing Tatum's like, yeah, why don't we get a drink? He gets her a drink, and she's like, I don't really go for blondes normally, but I can be into this. You're like, oh, shit. And she's
immediately
like,
Channing Tatum's like, listen, she is not
she's
like
not
that.
this kind of girl. And she's like, well, and he's like, she's like, we're not taking her out to dinner. We're just gonna fuck her. Like, this girl, and I'm like, I like this girl.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
She's like, we're just gonna, yeah. So clearly, those two often have threesomes together.
Yeah.
Like, that's their thing. They get a third girl and they just go to town on her.
Which is fucking hot.
Which, yeah, it's a sweet deal. So they go their separate ways. Matthew McConaughey is talking about how if he can go back in time, he never would have gone to high school. And, you know, when I have kids, I'm not going to put them in school. I'm just going to set them in front of TV and let them watch Mad Money all day. Learn about the stock market and shit. And Sis doesn't have. Gabriel Iglesias co-signing is like, I don't know why more people don't do that, you know? It makes sense. Everyone should be doing this. You know, like, everybody's got to be doing that. And they're like, oh, that's what I'm saying. And Sis goes, yeah, I mean, I'd love to meet your kids one day. He's like, oh, of course, come by and meet us in one of our 3 houses. You're like, oh, he sucks. And she walks off. Channing Tatum then walks over, and he's joking around. He's like, yeah, I think he teaches, like, self-help course if you ever wanted to join it. Learn about, like, you know, bettering yourself. Like shit, like fucking... He understands. She's like, all right, thank you. Like, everyone else is just like, fucking, yeah, Matthew McConaughey, that makes sense. I'm glad one person here is like, it's fucking, he's like, no, it's fucking crazy what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, that's fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And then they're walking, they're flirting and shit.
But in this scene, did it not look like an atomic bomb fucking went off? The way the color scheme was and everything, it was all like yellow and like...
I mean, that's a fucking Tampa sandbar.
But it wasn't blue. The sky wasn't blue. It was like everything was like yellow.
Sky ain't blue in the Tampa sandbars, baby.
Looked like a nuclear
First
bomb.
thing you gotta learn about Tampa sandbars. Skies ain't never been blue. Skies ain't never gonna be blue.
Okay.
Cliff, you see, the Tampa sandbar is like a one-man cold for Clifford Franklin. Clifford Franklin the only one catching it. Clifford Franklin the only one coming down with it.
Goddamn right.
Goddamn right. We learned that Craigslist had a football scholarship a year ago. And that's the sister's like, I can't believe he's fucking stripping. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, it's fun, but like, Jane Tatum's like, it's not that bad. And she's like, he had a football scholarship a year ago. And got kicked off the team the first day because he fist fought his coach. And they're like, it's Craigslist needs to work through some shit, apparently.
Yeah.
And Sis is like, I don't know why he got into stripping. And Channing Tatum goes, I do. He's like, he's 19.
It's all that incest.
Yeah, he's like, he's tired of fucking his sister. He goes, he's 19. There's fucking women. There's money. And there's partying. Of course he's gonna do it.
Of course.
And she's like, all right. He's like, look, I'll look out for him, all right? Don't even worry. And they flirt more. And he's like, so you coming to the show tonight? And she's like, I'm not coming to the fucking show. I already saw your show. He's like, oh, shit, you stayed? You stayed? You watched some of it? She's like, I watched a little bit of it. Like,
I saw you take the girl's face and started humping it. Yeah, I saw that.
They have a cute little thing. We're now at the 4th of July show. All of the strippers are dressed as soldiers. Matthew McConaughey's dressed as Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
They do machine gun penises, which is... Yeah, which you gotta do. You gotta do machine gun penises.
On.
They're doing boot camp drills, blah, blah, blah. Bro's getting super fucked up. Channing Tatum has to bring him home. And he gets him there and like helps Bro in. He goes and crashes on the couch. And Channing Tatum goes to walk in. She's like, oh, and he looks and sees Paul's there. Paul's sitting in the dining room. And he like raises a glass. And then like they start walking out. Matthew McConaughey. Channing Tatum. He handles it like a champ. He's like, is that Paul? Like he kind of like jokes around with her. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
He then goes home. And he gets all of his money out and he puts it under a book to make it look like normal money.
Trying to flatten it out.
Yeah, because, I mean, you can't. He's having a hard enough time getting loans if he brings up balled up dollar bills. And he's like, here you go.
Yeah, I wonder what the best way to do that. You think the book was the best way? Or like maybe like putting it in a dryer or something for a little bit?
I mean, I think just bringing it to a bank and saying you figure it out.
That's the best. Yeah.
Put it in my checking account. I don't need to have cash on me.
It's
ever.
Yeah.
I don't need to have tens of thousands of dollars in cash. That's a good point. Insane. And so he leaves, but then he calls that chick because he's he's really lonely and like he wanted to fuck the sister, and then he's like, man, now I'm back home. Well, that one girl, she's always down.
Always
I'll
down.
give her a call, and then she comes and she graduates with her psychology degree in 6 weeks.
And he doesn't know what psychology is, and it's a...
No. He knows what psychology is. He asks her, he's like, well, what is it that you're studying again? Is it like social studies? And she goes, social studies? You think I'm in fucking 6th grade? Like,
yeah, it's a pretty...
She said psychology. He's like, yeah, psychology. He knows what psychology is.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't know the name of it. And then once she said it, he was like, yeah,
that thing.
Psychology. You're going to be a doctor, like, fixing people's brains, is what he says. Which, it's a dumb way of saying what a psychologist
not
does.
technically true, but yeah.
No, but he gets what she's doing.
Yeah.
He gets it. He's wrong. And then she's like,
What?
She's like, you're being a real chatty Cathy here, you know? Like, what are you? He's like, are questions off limits? She's like, questions are always off limits.
She literally says...
You don't need to talk.
You just need to look pretty.
This girl is fucking great.
And, like, that whole scene sets up, like, oh, she was just using him for his good looks and his good fucking hips.
She's a fucking college student in Tampa, and she's fucking a good-looking stripper.
And she's, like, literally using the understanding of human behavior against this kind of dumb guy. Like,
Yeah, she's like fucking...
and literally tells him to his face, like, you don't need to speak. Like, I'm just using you.
Yeah.
I love the scene, honestly.
And that's not her, like, she's not being manipulative about it.
No,
She's
yeah,
saying,
but...
hey, no, this is what it is. You take that for what it's worth to you. This is where I am. You don't need to fucking talk, all right?
Yeah, but...
I'm here to fuck and to touch these abs, because my
Yeah.
God, these abs are nice.
And he was so dumb he couldn't realize, and she had to, like, explain it to him.
Yeah.
Great.
Like, oh, well, all right, we gonna hang out again? Like,
She's like, all right, I'm
yeah,
out.
whatever. Just fucking...
I'll call you.
Yeah. Just text me. I don't care. We now have a montage.
Montage!
Even Rocky had a montage.
Montage!
And we see the statue of David, and like there's doctors, and Big Daddy Cool Diesel is just fucking dudes up. He's giving him the big boot. He's giving him the jackknife powerbomb.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Him, Hulk Hogan, and Scott Hall were all... So it was crazy. It was crazy, guys. Him and Scott Hall were fucking up Macho Man in the ring.
No.
And then Hulk Hogan comes down, and everyone's like, oh shit, all right,
Fucking Hulk?
Hulk's gonna make the save. This is gonna be great. And then he drops the leg on Macho Man. He dropped like 10 times. He just keeps dropping the leg on Macho
Jesus.
Man. And everyone, they're throwing shit at him. They're like, no, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. They're throwing trash.
Macho's
and
in
then
so
he
much
gets on
pain.
the microphone. He goes, this right here is the new world order of wrestling, brother. And you're like, what? Hulk Hogan's a bad guy now? What? After fucking 20 years of telling kids to say their prayers, eat their vitamins, Hulk Hogan's the bad guy?
New World Order.
This is the
brother.
new world order of wrestling, brother. I mean, I wish I was alive when that happened.
Just this age now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, because
The way you could react now to it is just...
I'm sure, no, like, neither of us were alive when that happened.
No, yeah.
When Hulk Hogan and the NWO started. I'm sure for wrestling fans, it was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Like, that's Hulk Hogan. What's he doing? That's the Macho Man. They're
That's the
friends.
fucking Macho Man.
What are you doing, Hulk?
After so many
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, instead I fucking... Why'd you have to be Italian?
I don't know, I just...
Saying
felt
only
like
greaseball Italians watch WCW?
when I get irritated about something, I gotta go Italian, damn
But
it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Oh.
And then he's like fucking up Macho Man. Fans were throwing trash in the ring. They were like, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. Like, I wish I could get that passionate about Hulk Hogan.
Vince McMahon's just in the back like, oh, I'm gonna make so
Now-
much fucking money.
Now, I grew up where there was audio of Hulk Hogan saying the N-word repeatedly. And a sex tape of Hulk Hogan. Like, Hulk Hogan's not the guy that people who grew up with Hulk Hogan thought he was. I grew up in that era where I'm like, yeah, Hulk Hogan's a piece of shit. Everyone knows it.
Come on.
Everyone knows that's not news.
He exploited his family during hard times.
Yeah, he's a fucking scumbag.
He literally got a fucking TV show when him and his wife were like going through like a divorce and
His son was in jail.
Yeah,
and his jail visit with his son was talking about a TV show that he was setting up for Nick to be in. Like, yeah, Hulk Hogan's a scumbag.
dude.
Yeah.
No holds barred.
But here's the thing. Hulk, I know you're listening. I know you're watching. there isn't a bigger Hulkamaniac than this guy right here.
I'll go crazy.
All right?
Brother.
There's not a bigger Hulkamaniac walking Earth than David Breen, all right?
You think he's jealous of Nash in this film?
No.
No?
I guarantee you, if Hulk Hogan said, I want to be a Magic Mike, they would have had him in it.
Yeah, he would come out with the
He isn't jealous as shit, all right? If he wanted to be a Magic Mike, he would have been in Magic Mike.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But Diesel's giving people the jackknife powerbomb. We see sailors, a boxer, and a firefighter, the big dick, whatever.
Big Dick Richie.
And he lifts up like a fat old lady and like hurts his back.
He spins her fucking around, about to do 6ix9ine on her.
Dude, he's giving her a tombstone pile driver,
Yeah,
all right? Get your
exactly.
mind out of the gutter, all right? We're talking wrestling on this show. He's giving her a pile driver.
And throws out his fucking
And he's like,
back.
ooh. And he like puts her down. I wish he would have dropped her. And it would have like caught the halt to the show.
Yeah.
But he puts her down and like holds us back and like looks at Matthew McConaughey and gives him like that.
He's like, I gotta
Kill. He's like, I gotta be done.
that was a jaw-dropping moment in this movie for me.
That was.
I was like, whoa, wow. Because the way the girl reacted to it was like so genuine. I felt bad for the actress. I was like, oh, wow.
So we're at Matthew McConaughey's house. There's a hurricane, and he has a sculpture of himself in his house.
Which is, I saw that. I'm like, oh, wow.
So
that
great.
was on point,
So
too.
great, yeah.
Like,
And just a face sculpture.
Yeah.
Not full body sculpture.
I think there was a full body one, though, too, like in another corner.
There's no way they wouldn't have prominently featured the full body one if they had a full body one of him. I'm not saying there weren't other sculptures in there.
It might not
But he
have
had
been.
the sculpture of his own face. It was a very well done Matthew McConaughey face.
Yeah.
You're like, that's fucking good
That's
on
him.
them.
Yeah. I bet Matthew still has that fucking thing.
Matthew, yeah, who else had it? Like, I think he had that prior to the movie.
Oh.
And he's like, we're going to have a scene where in my house I got to have the sculpture.
He just put it down. He's like, this is where we're going to shoot. Right here? Okay.
All right. And they're like, what's that, man? He was like, it's me. He's like, all right, yeah. No,
That's great.
Let's roll.
His place is fucking phenomenal. Like, it looks so modern and nice.
Yeah, it's a big... It looks like a coke house, though.
It looks like, yeah.
It's very big, but kind of like...
a sex mansion.
Yeah, like, there's no rug. There's nothing on the wall, and it's huge. Like, there's an echo if you're talking to people in there.
Yeah.
You couldn't record an episode of the 5-6 Kings podcast.
You could not.
In his living room. There'd be too echoey.
Yeah.
He makes an announcement that on September 1st, the cock-rocking Kings of Tampa will now be the cock-rocking Kings of a 4,000 square feet of Miami primetime beachfront real estate motherfuckers! Woo! And you're like, all right, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Everyone's pumped. Channing Tatum's a little skeptical.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum's like, all right. And Matthew McConaughey, like, he goes around to everybody and he's like,
My man.
my main man. Hey. You're the leader, baby, all right? Ready to lead these men to Miami?
Oh, yeah.
No, he wasn't that excited.
Yeah,
he was
he
not that
wasn't.
excited.
He was not.
You're bringing way too much energy, man. He's like, I mean, is this really happening? He's like, oh, it's fucking happening, baby. It is fucking happening. Prime time Miami Beach real estate. The Cock Rocket Kings, baby. And he's like, it's going to be 7.5 a piece. And he goes, you meant to say 10, right? You definitely meant to say 10. It says it's 7.5 a piece. 7.5%. Which doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Means he's getting a lot. And Iglesias tells Craigslist, he's like, hey, I got this business idea. If you want to go in on a pack with me, you know, Channing Tatum didn't want in, but if you're interested,
I'm sure you'd be interested.
Could be worth your while.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. He's like, all right, I'll talk about it with you later. And he gets up and goes back to the party. Like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
We then see Nora. Nora is absolutely my kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
Nora, like, if I still did drugs, I would seek out someone like Nora. And I'd be like, if I die, I die. But I'm ready to ride this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to ride this out and just see what happens. Nora is, like, fucking just kind of strung out. She's laying on the ottoman, and she's just staring. Her and Craigslist are meeting each other's eyes. And Channing Tatum's like, you don't need that in your life. Like they're both looking at Nora, and Channing Tatum, like Nora knows, and Channing Tatum looks crazy, like, you don't fucking need that in your life, man.
Well, she's looking
like,
at him, trying to seduce, almost.
And Channing Tatum, like she sees him, he's like, you don't fucking need that in your life. Like, points at her. She knows Channing Tatum's saying a negative regarding her.
And I wonder, at this point, when Johnny Depp is watching this film, do you think that he thought, man, I wish I had someone like Channing Tatum in my life?
No.
I'm sure Amber Heard seduced him like
Johnny
Depp
was like 45 years old and had a hot young 20s girl. He was doing drugs. He did not care how crazy Amber Heard was. Johnny Depp was all for it. Nobody was talking. Like, here's one thing about the trial. Amber Heard's crazy.
Yeah.
She definitely defamed his character. I agree with the jury.
But Johnny Depp
all
was
of that.
into that
Johnny Depp isn't this fucking, I was just baking cookies and that big mean Amber came in.
No, not at all.
He was so fucking in.
Yeah.
For all of it.
Yeah.
He went into that being like, she might get so crazy at some point, but I'm so into it.
Well, it's funny, too.
I'm so into it. Marilyn Manson can come by and I'll give Marilyn Manson a pill to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, some of the people that were like even talking like in the trial and stuff were talking about how they thought that like it didn't make sense as to why they were getting together, as to how Johnny was falling for her so fast, and kind of like
she
assumed
was fucking 23 years old and he was
just
in
being
his
hot.
and she's so hot.
I found a fun fact today on What the Fuck Fun Facts on Instagram, and it was talking about how apparently some doctor did some study saying that she is one of the most attractive human beings ever made, because her face ratio is close to pi, like 3.14, which is like the fucking like
It's such an insane
the
thing
way
that this
her-
doctor did.
yeah, the way that her face is formed is like mathematically one of the most perfect faces, apparently.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think she's very attractive, but I don't know if it's. She's one of the most attractive humans.
So like you're like, I'm gonna change words. The 5'6" King website, for me, it says something different than it does for everyone else. I'm going to disagree with science.
Yeah.
This is fucking science, you flat earther.
Yeah.
All right?
Come on,
science
David.
says she's perfect. And I agree. Amber, I've made no bones about it. Treat me however you want. All right? I say David on drugs would be all for Nora. David not on drugs is all for whatever Amber Heard's up to. All right, I agree with the doctor. I agree with science. Perfect.
All right. Well,
Amber, DM at the David Breen on Instagram.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Channing Tatum then goes and calls the girl from the beginning, the threesome girl, and we don't hear what she says, but it's in the middle of a hurricane. I assume she's like, I mean, no, I'm not. He's like, yeah, I'm at this party, but it's kind of dead. You want to meet up? And I assume she's like, fucking hurricane, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't. And he's like, all right, well, yeah, no. You know, I'll check in with you later. And, like, you can tell it wasn't a positive phone call with
Yeah.
Where now Nora is feeding a baby pig with a bottle.
And just very weirdly staring
just
at
staring
Craigslist.
at him.
Yeah.
And then leads Craigslist to a bedroom where they buy drugs from Ken.
Ken.
Yeah, it was the Ken doll.
Yeah, Ken doll, Ken.
And he says, angels or demons? And she goes, angels. Because of course she did.
Yeah.
Of course she did. Nora's, oh, I'm a good girl. I do the angels. Like, yeah, you do. Yeah. You're a good girl, Nora. Let's take the angels.
Sure.
Then Craigslist is looking at Ken's wife's tits. Ken's wife's there. They were in bed together when they went in to buy it.
They were just like hooking up.
And he's like, you want to feel my wife's tits? And he's like, what? He's like, feel them. Yeah. She's like, yeah, feel them. They're real, I promise. And he goes and he's feeling her tits. And him and Ken just lock eyes. And he's like, I fucking love you, man.
I fucking love you.
Ken's like, he's like, nah, I fucking love you, man.
Nah, I fucking love you. You're a special soul.
Nah, I fucking love you, man.
You're a special soul.
No, you don't understand. I fucking love you, man.
Nah, I love you, man.
I fucking love you.
I love you, man.
And then the scene
And
ends.
Amber Heard is sitting there in bed, laying back, and she's literally like hands like this, just plotting, scheming. She knows what she's doing. She's taking that motherfucker deep down that rabbit hole to where he can't ever come out.
Oh, so deep?
So fucking deep.
So deep. Nora Nora's taking him so deep.
So goddamn
so
deep.
fucking deep, Nora.
What you got?
Amber Heard wasn't Nora.
So you're trying to look. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Right, so that wasn't. Was Amber Heard the wife with the tits?
No.
Yeah.
So she's the girl with the wig or pink hair.
So no, that girl is. Her name is Nora, and she's played by Riley Keough.
What do you mean?
That was not Amber Heard in the scene.
No, the wife's tits, no.
Amber Heard is not the girl that fucks Craigslist.
No, I know. That's but she's still in the bed with them. And she's like watching them.
Which Amber Heard was just there and had no lines in this movie.
I swear to God. Oh no, I'm saying with the pig and with the pink hair.
That is Nora, who is played by Riley Keough.
What?
Dude, pull it up.
Bro.
Amber Heard, she's credited on IMDb in this movie.
I mean, that's her for sure, though. I mean, we looked dead at her fucking face. There's no way it wasn't Amber Heard. They might have fucked up on IMDb or something.
I think it looks like this girl, who was credited for playing it. Pull up the scene. Guys, we're gonna pause, because I really don't think that's Amber Heard.
That's weird.
I really don't think Amber Heard's credited for this movie. I don't think she's in this movie. We'll be right back. Derek Jeter, go fuck yourself. And we're back.
We're back.
Hey, Derek Jeter, fuck you.
Yeah.
It wasn't Amber Heard.
It wasn't, but god damn if it didn't look like her.
Amber Heard, she's not in this movie. She plays the love interest of Channing Tatum in Magic Mike XXL. And yeah,
Google fucking made it seem like she was in this one.
Yeah, it just shows, but it also made it seem like Michael Strahan was in this one. And Michael Strahan is not. Spoiler alert: Michael Strahan does not make an appearance in this.
But he
movie.
is in the second one.
Yeah, which of course he is. He's a stripper in the second one.
Yep.
God, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
So now it's August, and Sis is typing, like loud typing. Channing Tatum and Craigslist, they start honking and whistling outside, and she goes and she looks, and Craigslist drove a big truck up, and he bought a truck. She's like, oh, it suits you. He's living on her couch still, but he's fucking buying a truck.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Fuck this dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go, we gotta go celebrate. I'm like, come on, get in the truck. Get in the truck. Get in the, like a fucking dog. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But she goes because it's fucking Channing Tatum.
Didn't she even say that?
So what, do you call me like a dog?
Yeah.
And, but like, yeah. Channing Tatum called me like a dog. And I'm like, get in the truck, I guess. Bark. I thought you were playing the role of Channing Tatum. I was like, I don't think that's how you would do it. No, you're barking because he's...
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Channing Tatum's like, what? Get in the truck, David. Come on. I'd be like, all right, man. I don't like the way he's doing it, but I'm getting in the truck.
Okay, fine. It's like Chris Hansen.
Yeah. Like, something cool's gonna happen. Something cool is that Channing Tatum wants me to get in the truck. Worst case scenario, he rapes me, and like, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It's Channing Tatum.
Could have been raped by worse.
A lot of people would pay top dollar for that to happen.
Yeah.
It just happening to me. Get the fuck out of here.
Consider yourself lucky.
Get the fuck out of here. And they go to like a Boomers or a Fun Depot type place.
Yeah. It literally looks like Boomers.
Yeah. Channing Tatum's talking about all the side businesses and blah, blah, blah. And Sis is kind of like, she's kind of like blowing off and being smug about the stuff he's saying.
Smugging.
And he says he saved $13,000 in 6 years. And my first thought is he's living above his means.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I
if the
thought
new
too.
guy's making $230 a night, like does he own? Like maybe he owns the house on the water right there, his fucking beachfront mansion.
And he's paying top dollar.
Yeah, but if he owns that, whatever, you could sell it.
Yeah, and you can make...
You could sell that and get a bunch of money back. Whatever. If he's renting it, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Does he own the fucking nice truck? Is he leasing it? Is he Is he fucking?
Well, he did say the reason why he didn't want him to take it off because he's going to resell it one day.
The truck? Yeah. Okay. But like, dude, live a little lower.
Yeah.
Drive a Hyundai Elantra SE. You know, live in a studio apartment. You know, do what you gotta do, Channing.
Yeah.
Save more money. Start those businesses.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. That's not his style.
Nope.
Sis doesn't like Miami, and
She doesn't like fucking shit.
yeah, she's like, I hate the idea of Miami. And there's some heavy flirting. Channing Tatum's like, you want to like get some food or something sometimes? Like, what, like a date? He's like, a date? Call it a date? I don't know. Just like food, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the fucking brother just walks across the go-kart track, like, in front of, like...
I saw it in the background.
There's
like,
a go-kart race coming on. We just see in the background, he's just walking, like, through.
Yeah, and then hops the fence.
Yeah, and you're like, there's no way they'd be cool with that. Yeah. There's no way they'd be like, oh, yeah, just walk on through. That's fine.
Yeah.
But he does. And then he's like, let's do one more race to his big brother, Channing Tatum. He's like, come on, one more race, please? And he's like, no, we gotta go. Didn't you get Dallas' text? We got a sorority tonight. 500 apiece. You're like, oh, shit, that's a good night.
But he's like, you hitting on my sister?
Oh, he's like, no, I'm not hitting on her. But if I was, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. I did like that line.
And they got a sorority in 30 minutes. And there's like a cute, like, ooh, I got the keys, sister. So, and they all leave together.
Yeah.
I assume they get dropped off the sorority. They show up at the sorority dressed as cops. And Channing Tatum plays it so well.
Oh, yeah.
He, like, bangs on it, and, like, they let him in, and he's like, is underage drink? Can I see some IDs? And he's like, how old are you? Or, check out, I'm 21. He's like, what's your birthday? She goes, June 7th, 90, he's like, yeah, 90,
Yeah,
up on the fucking wall.
Yeah, hands on the wall.
Yeah, and then, like,
You got
doing
anything
that
sharp that's going to poke me?
to the point where, until he says that, I'm just like, no? Like the way he says it, and he's like, oh, it's too bad or something. And then the music plays.
'Cause
they
I
start
do.
stripping. And, like, up until then, the girls were kind of like, man, like, we thought there were strippers coming, but it seems real. Like,
Yeah.
It seems like we might be getting arrested right now. This is wild.
Yeah.
And they do their fucking, they're being strippers, and it's awesome. The girls,
and the girls
do not
love
stop
it.
screaming.
But these girls have, like, their boyfriends in the back fucking
it's
other
like a
room.
sorority party where, like, the brother fraternity's there, too, and they're just standing in a room looking all bummed.
Yeah, just simping
Oh,
in the back.
Fucking,
Yeah,
he's
they're hot.
fucking jacked, I get it.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at
69 of my girlfriend.
And Craigslist starts just giving the girls drugs.
Yeah, he gives her, I guess, ecstasy.
It's ecstasy, we
Yeah.
find out. He's just giving them pills. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
This is such a bad idea. And then one of the girl's boyfriends confronts him. He's like, give my girl ecstasy?
And he's like,
fucking
fuck off.
off. And the guy took a beer bottle and just fucking boom on the back of his head. And then Craigslist and Channing Tatum just start fucking dudes up.
Dude, they start going
They
crazy.
start beating the fuck.
It's
and
like a 2 versus 8, and they're fucking them up.
And then a bunch more dudes run in. Channing Tatum has like the baton, the fucking nightstick. He's
Yeah.
like fending them off. He's like, get back. Craigslist, I fucking loved it. Did you see what he did?
I saw him raise it up as well, but
That is not what he raised up.
Oh, the gun. He held it. He had a fake gun.
He's pointing at him. He's like, stay the fuck back.
Stay the fuck back.
Stay the fuck back. He's pointing his fake
throws it
gun
at him.
as he gets back, he throws it to him. It's so great.
Yeah.
So great that he was like, fucking hell no. I don't know, maybe it's a real gun.
That kid used to smoke weed out of fucking Coke cans. Like, he has way too many brain cells that are lost.
I mean, you used to smoke weed out of Coke cans.
I did it once or twice, maybe a few times.
Handful of times.
And that's why I know, David, okay? First-hand experience, all right?
So they're leaving. Channing Tatum's pissed. He's like, the fuck are you doing? Why are you giving them pills? I don't fucking worry, man. It's fun.
That's fun.
He's like, oh, shit. He's like, my bag. We gotta go back. He's like, what do you mean your bag? He's like, bag with the pills. He's like, you're just gonna have to eat that. He's like, no. And fucking Gabriel Iglesias fronted me those. Like, why is he fronting you those?
How many pills did you give him?
He's like, I'm like 100. He fronted me. He's like, well, it's $1,000. You're gonna have to pay. And he's like, it's only 1,000. Shit, I don't give a fuck about $1,000. I got that equity, baby.
Do you know how many motherfuckers that are around his age would do exactly that? Kids that I've met and know that have done shit like that. Like, think, like, oh, it's $1,000 to a drug dealer. I'm not going to be held accountable for that in any way.
We're just gonna talk it through, and he's gonna understand.
Forget about it.
It's $1,000. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Nah, Corbin Finlayson will fucking kill you.
Will fuck you up,
He will
bro.
fuck you up.
5-6 Kings taught him well.
The 5-6 Kings enforcer.
Yeah.
Shit needed to get done. Corbin's who we called. We go, Corb, handle this. Like, oh, that ain't nothing but a thing, baby.
Can you imagine,
Shit, this ain't no picnic.
Can you imagine, though, like, us two mouthing off to someone, being like, yeah, we're the 5-6 Kings, motherfucker. We'll send someone to hit you, bitch. And they're like, yeah, fuck you. Like, so what?
5-6 Kings.
The fucking Corbin shows up. Like, it's such a fucking twist. Oh my god. God, it'd be great.
He needs to come on this fucking show.
He does.
All right. It'll be such a ridiculous episode.
He'd be so mean. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. But he's like, I got that equity, baby. I'm
Equity.
fucking rich. And Shannon Tatum's like, you got fucking equity in Miami? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only getting 7.5%, and he's also giving you fucking equity.
You've been here for like what, a month?
Yeah, he's like, it's bullshit.
They said so throughout this movie they've gone from June to
We're in August.
We're in August.
Yeah, August just started. They leave in September.
Boom.
He started in June.
Yeah.
So they're now walking down the street, and Shannon Tatum sees the threesome girl in the restaurant that they're walking by, and he walks in, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, hey, he's like, I thought you were leaving, like, forever. She's like, yeah, no, I decided to stay with my fiance. And he's like, you fucking with me right now?
Are you fucking kidding me?
And the fiance goes, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. And she's like, no, you don't have to. He's like, nah, you guys clearly need to talk about something, and
I would be pissed.
No. He said, and it's really time for me to go stare in the mirror for a while.
Oh, he said that?
That's what he said, yeah.
Oh, because he's contemplating everything.
No,
How'd you take that?
I think he just tried to think of something, a reason that he needed to leave.
Oh, that's
I
even
think
better.
they told him, like, just come up with something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think it's time for me to go, stare
But
in the
can
mirror.
you imagine though? You just asked this girl to marry you, and this is now your about to be wife, and some guy comes up and literally basically says to you, "Yeah, I've been fucking this girl for a while now."
You don't know when it stopped. You don't know all that stuff. So, like,
I'd definitely be suspicious at least.
I wouldn't ask any questions, but I'd sit there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would at least stay.
I'd see how that worked itself out.
Yeah.
Or they got an open thing. They got an open thing, and it was...
That girl is fucking freaky.
It was, yeah, you do whatever you want while you're down in Tampa. You do that, and then,
Sheesh.
like, whatever. I go away on business. I can fuck who I want while I'm on business. You can fuck who you want in Tampa.
And then we'll be
You
back.
can fuck the strippers, and then, we'll be together when I come back.
We'll be
Like,
back.
And if they can make that work, fucking good for them. That sounds sick. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe she was trying to get a threesome, but now with a dude instead of another girl.
Nah. Their one thing was they never introduce a third person with them. Yeah. Experimenting is for when they're with other people. But they're in love. They make love. They do not introduce other people. Can make the other one feel uncomfortable.
Fucking is for like other people.
Yeah, there's no threesomes when those two are involved.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can't mix. So that just muddies the waters.
Yeah, you want a good
muddies the
dynamic.
water.
Yeah.
When you pulling up the time to be like, all right, let's further this along.
No, just making sure it's still rolling.
So he leaves, and it's super awkward, and then she just says, it's really good to see you. And that scene ends, and we never see her again.
Never.
Yeah. They walk in. We hear, looky here what the cat dragged in.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey's voice. And it's Craigslist and Channing Tatum walking into the strip club. And Matthew McConaughey and Gabriel Iglesias are sitting at a table. Gabriel Iglesias says, Coño, what happened? Which I liked.
Yeah.
It stuck with me. Matthew McConaughey's giving Channing Tatum shit. He's like, he didn't collect the money. He's like, no, getting fucking jumped by 8 dudes kind of wasn't like, oh, by the way, you guys got that money, all that stuff. And they like have a whole back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And Matthew McConaughey's like, you can't be fucking up my reputation. And Channing Tatum goes, the way I see it, Craigslist and I are making your reputation. And then Matthew McConaughey stands up and he gets in his face like, oh, you wanna come to the big dogs, huh? He goes, nobody walks on water around here. You think about biting the hand that feeds you?
Only you on your team.
He said, except you, right?
Yeah, except you, right?
Except you, right? You don't feed me.
Yeah.
All right? I could walk out of here. He said, you don't feed me. I can walk out that door, make a lot more than 7.5%. It was supposed to be 10%. Then Matthew goes, but you don't, you didn't, and you won't. Because you can't.
Because you can't.
Like, it's just like, because you can't. And Craigslist thinks this is a good time to go over to Gabriel Iglesias.
I thought it was hilarious.
Hey, I don't have that shit. And Gabriel was like, oh, great, you sold it anymore? Great, I can get you some more. I was like, no. You're like, I lost it. He's like, I mean, you lost it. He's like, you gotta pay for that shit. And he's like, yeah, we'll figure it out. He's like, no, you'll figure it out. And he's like, has this wrist like, fucking let go of me. And then walks out. Gabriel Iglesias looks pissed.
Yeah.
Gabriel Iglesias looks pissed. And then Matthew McConaughey tells Channing Tatum that seniority don't mean shit around here, all right? Seniority don't mean shit. You're only worth the cash that you can pry out of their purses. You know that better than anybody.
Oof.
All right?
Spitting wisdom.
You want a bigger piece? Then come up with some fresher shit, all right? Because you're not getting any younger. This is that, like...
Yeah.
I gotta show him who daddy is.
Which I like the way that they transition from this scene to the next scene because it's all about what they just said.
Yeah. Channing Tatum isn't doing the sailor routine that Matthew McConaughey wanted to do.
He's like, we got a table of 4 sailor wives out in the corner.
Need you to do the sailor thing. He's
Yeah.
like, taking your advice. Doing some fresher shit. Since, I'm getting equity and all. So he's like, all right, fuck.
And he comes out and does some fresh shit.
It wasn't sexy by any like it was impressive.
It was very
I
impressive.
couldn't do it. It was
He
crazy.
did a spin
Crazy
that was,
breakdance shit.
I would have fell.
Yeah.
I would have been so
He's
dizzy.
hanging from me, just fucking spinning from the ceiling. You're like, Jesus. But he's fully clothed doing it, and then he breakdances.
He's got the 50 Cent fucking vest.
Does.
The
50 Cent vest.
Yeah.
The bulletproof vest. Flak jacket.
Yeah.
It was
With
super
the
impressive.
cap on.
Not that sexy. And in the back, Channing Tatum tells Craigslist, like, we're gonna get fucked up tonight, bro, alright? Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna get fucked up tonight. Let's do it. And
they do.
They buy drugs and go clubbing and get laid. And
Yep.
Craigslist and Nora are looking real rough. Looking real rough. Schiff shows up. Sis shows up wanting to see bro.
And
She's like, where's Craigslist?
She's pissed.
And Channing was like, he's fucking upstairs. He's like, he's not alone. I'd call out first. And then she goes up, and he's just passed out in his own puke.
And she's freaking out because she thinks that he's dying.
Yeah, and Channing Tatum comes up quick. He's like, he's breathing, he's not dead.
And she keeps going like, no, he's
No,
joking.
God, wake up. And he's like kind of moving with it. She then jumps in the bed and starts fucking beating Nora's ass. And Channing was like, whoa, fuck out of the bed. This is crazy.
Yeah.
She might be dead. Nora's not moving or breathing, all right? You're just beating a corpse right now. Knock it off. And he's like, hey, she's fine. Channing Tatum's trying to calm down. And she's like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. This is bullshit. You're just a fucking 30-year-old male stripper. He's like, all right, get the fuck out of my house. How about that? He's like, fuck you. You're going to sit here and come do this shit to me? He's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm getting my brother. And she's like trying to get him up, and he's not moving. He's like, let me carry him. She's like, no, I'm his sister. I need to do this. And he's like, you can't lift him.
Like, come on.
He's like, I can carry him out there. It's not going to be a big issue. And he carries him down, and brother's like fucking out of it in the back seat of her car. And he kind of like looks up front and sees
And
that
she
he's in her
gives
car.
him a smug ass look.
I mean, rightfully so.
Super smug.
Rightfully so. And she says, you can't keep doing this shit. And he does not respond.
She's the queen of smug.
I mean, she's right in this scenario.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, let's not.
I'm not saying she's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she is the queen of smug.
So Channing Tatum does some beach reflecting at his beachside mansion.
As one would.
Yeah. And then he comes up. There's a black BMW parked out front. He's like, I don't remember that car being here. And then he goes inside, and he hears some banging around and sees 2 dudes just like trashing his apartment. And he runs up and he starts fighting them.
Yeah.
And Gabriel Iglesias runs up and breaks it up. And he's like, hey, you can't be doing this. You can't be fighting them. And he's like, they don't work for me. I told them not to do this. I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, good job telling them not to do this. He's like, what's going on? He's like, the kid owes me some money. They thought he might be here. They can't find him. He's like, no, he's not here. What? Is it the $1,000? I'll give you the fucking $1,000 he owes you. And he's like, $1,000?
Is that what he told you?
Yeah. He's like, we went on a whole pack, coño. And he's like, fuck, what was his cut? And he goes, 10 G's. Like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, I guess I can sign over the truck to them. And he's like, Shannon, look at these guys. They don't do fucking paperwork. He's like, do you think they're gonna?
They need to get paid today.
Yeah. So Channing Tatum pays them in cash.
Yep.
And he pays them the cash, and Gabriel gets like, "I'm fucking sorry about that. Like, I hate seeing you do this." He's like, "Whatever, man." He's like, "Can you talk to the kid? He's acting like a real punk lately." He's like, "Yeah, I'll talk to him."
But then he tells him, "Don't ever fucking talk to the kid about this shit."
Yeah, he's like, "Don't ever do this with him again." He's like, "Of course not."
Yeah.
He's like, "He's unreliable." Fucking definitely not gonna fucking talk to him about this. So Channing Tatum goes to Sis's place, but Craigslist isn't there, and she's like sitting in it's a nice little courtyard area they got there. She's sitting in the courtyard reading, and she's like, "Craigslist doesn't live here anymore." He's like, "Where is he?" He's like, "He's with Nora," which that's a great idea.
Yeah,
go live with Nora.
Fucking crazy.
And he's like, "All right." And then he goes to leave, and then he comes back. He's like, "This is fucking bullshit. Like, what?" He's like, "I'm sorry, I fucked up." And she's like, "Yeah, I can't be around your lifestyle." He's like, "I'm not my lifestyle. Like, I just, what my job doesn't, and then this, but it's like he's just stuttering. He doesn't know how to get the words out.
He's like, outside of the strip club, I'm not Magic Mike.
He's like, he's like, "Do I look? I'm my Magic Mike now. Look, I'm doing all this because I don't want to be the 40-year-old stripper. You know? And like, actually, like, I don't, not just like, and anything I've said to you, nothing." like this is how he's talking. And she's just staring at him. What the fuck is going on? He's like, "Miami's gonna be different. Like, I'm gonna go make the money." He's like, "Do you not believe that?" And she goes, I the more important question is, do you believe it? She's like, "This is bizarre what you're doing to me right now."
Yeah.
And he's like, he like sits and thinks like, "Fuck, I don't know if I believe it." Yeah. No one's ever put it like that before.
Fuck.
And she goes, "I honestly, like, I just think Miami's going to be a bigger, badder version of this, which, you know, like, good luck to you. And the Craigslist. Like, I hope you guys make a lot of fucking money, but, like, I can't be around it.
I can't do it."
And then he leaves. Him and Craigslist, they meet at a cool, sexy beach bar. And Craigslist thanks him about the money and says, "I know it means a lot to you, especially because of that furniture crap." That's how, as if, like, if he didn't want to do a furniture thing, the $10,000 wouldn't mean that much.
Yeah.
But, like, because he had these aspirations, I know it really meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
So thank you. Like, no, I put fucking $10,000. And he's like, "I'm going to pay you back every cent, though, all right?" He's like, "And you know what, man, like we're going to fucking look back on 20 years. And he's like, "Well, I mean, you'll be dead in 20 years because you're so fucking old." He's fucking with him. Craigslist is really coming out of his shell. He's razzing him. He's like, "But we'll just look at all the crazy shit we did. And, you know, man, I can't thank you enough. You know, like, I have money. I get to fuck who I want to fuck. I get to party all the time. Like, fucking living the life, man. Hey, here's a toast to the guy who's given me more in this lifetime than I ever could have imagined. And to bright futures." And Channing Tatum, this whole time, you can tell he's not saying much. He's He goes, "Yep, it's bright futures." And he does that. You can tell he's very conflicted.
Yeah. He's still very upset.
Matthew McConaughey is now singing to the ladies of Tampa about how much he loves them.
This scene is great.
This is so great. Like, he has an acoustic guitar. He's singing "Ladies of Tampa. Oh, you know, blah, 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 how much I love you." And, like, he's doing that. The guys are getting ready in the back while he's doing this, and we hear him singing. And then
he gets done.
First things first.
Yep.
He blows a fireball.
Yep.
Out of his mouth. He holds up a thing.
It goes all dark, and that's the only thing you see.
And you're like, "Oh, this is fucking great." And then
the lights start to come on. He takes his guitar and he fucking slams it, breaks it two times,
smashes the guitar,
and then just
as Dr. Love by Kiss starts playing, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be so great.
Yep.
That's why they call me Dr. Love.
And he just starts.
McConaughey, he does a full stripper. It's their last night in Tampa.
Yeah.
He's like, Tampa's where it all started. I'm doing a performance in Tampa, and he does not disappoint, guys.
Yep. They did their own stunts.
He is so fucking good. Like, if best case scenario, you got, and like obviously goes without saying, best case Matthew McConaughey. If you were gonna go to a male strip club, best case scenario would be like actual Matthew McConaughey's doing it. You're like, this is fucking crazy. This is Matthew McConaughey. But like best case scenario, an older man like Matthew McConaughey's doing it and doing it that well. You're like, that is fucking sick.
Yeah.
He's just.
We end up cutting to him literally like laying almost in a split while he's in a thong, and all of the women are trying to grab onto him. Little fun fact, those extras actually tore off a part of his thong. So when he does this fucking crazy roll out of his split, like away from the extras, they tore off his thong. You could see him. He's actually grabbing it in that same take. His thong was like half off.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Because if you're an extra on a movie where Matthew McConaughey's the stripper,
oh, you're pulling that thong off.
It doesn't matter. What can they do to you?
Come on.
Yeah. Like you're like, no, I'm going crazy.
You couldn't even find which hand because every fucking hand is on the thong.
So I haven't said it yet. So Channing Tatum, he's in the back, he's getting ready to dance, and like they keep showing him like looking conflicted and shit while Matthew McConaughey's up there, and then we see him leave.
Yeah, and I felt like
in
the
his
song.
stripper clothes.
I felt like the song somewhat went with his decision because it was while Matthew was still singing, and I think he was saying something like, "Please don't go."
We know we have to go. I forget.
Yeah, something.
I wish I remembered the song.
But I felt like it kind of went with Channing Tatum being like, "All right, I'm gonna go."
And then he left because he loves those ladies in Tampa. Mm-hmm. Matthew McConaughey's name is Dallas in this movie.
Yeah.
I had not said that yet, but it's very important because he burst into the back and he goes, "Woo! Dallas be riding again!" Ha! I've said that twice since I watched this movie. I said, "Dallas be riding again!"
He was jacked up.
He is so pumped.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, let's get the boys. We're going to do the big finale. Let's go with Channing Tatum. And the guy's like, oh, he's taking a piss. He's in the back. And then Craig goes,
like,
he's gone.
He's gone.
And the guy's like, no, what do you mean? He's in the back taking a piss. Like,
No.
yeah, we thought he was going in the back taking a piss. I looked. He left. His truck's gone and everything. And Matthew McConaughey goes, all right. Hey, you ready to be the fucking man now? You ready to be the fucking man? You ready to fucking be the cock-riding king of Miami? You fucking ready?
Yeah.
All right. Kids in. Mike's out. Let's bring this motherfucker down all the way to Miami. Ah! And then we don't see what the last crazy... So he does. Actually, we see the beginning. He says, ladies, for the last time on this stage, please make it rain. For the one, the only, Tampa's own, cock-rockin' kings. And then the boys all come out, and Craigslist is front and center. He's the man. We then see Sis's house. Channing Tatum shows up. He knocks on the door. Sis answers the door. She's like, What are you doing here? Why aren't you at the show? And he's like, I quit. I broke out. And you can tell he's been crying. And he's like, can I come in? Can we talk? She's like, yeah, of course. And comes in. They sit at the table. And before he starts to talk, she's like, hey, you did not, earlier when we talked, you did not tell me about the money. Like, I can't believe you did that. Craigslist, like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I didn't do it for him. And you're like,
oh my God. Will she turn that smug upside down?
He's like, that's not why I'm here. I'm not going to Miami. And you're like, oh. And she's like, well, what's the plan? He's like, I don't fucking know.
Take you down to Funky Town.
That's too forced. It's way too forced.
I would have loved it.
Won't you take me down to the Funky Town? And she says, "What do you want to get some food and talk about it?" He's like, "Some food? What, like a date or something? What about Paul?" And she's like, "I broke up with Paul." little limp dick bitch is over in Orlando doing God knows what. We got Chlorophyll Man up here talking about God knows what. All she's talking about is making out with me. I'm here to learn, everybody, not to make out with you. Go on with the chlorophyll. You know what I'm quoting there?
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Billy Madison.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's like, I broke up with Bill. And she's like, he says he wasn't a fan of breakfast food. And she's like, nah. And that's very important to me. Gotta love breakfast food. He's like, all right. And she's like, so we can go out to eat, but I only eat at one place. Yeah, it's my favorite place. I'm a regular there. They basically have it ready for me by the time I sit down, and I can have them hook it up for you too. But the problem is they don't open until 6 a.m. And he goes, 6 a.m. That's like 7 hours from now. Like, he's a little confused. And she goes, what could we do with 7 hours of free time? And then he leans in and they kiss. And it feels like the first time. Boom, 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 boom. It feels like the very first time. Plays, the credits roll, the end. Magic Mike. Not terrible. Not terrible. Not great. Not like, you gotta watch it. And if that's anyone's favorite movie, like, fuck them.
Yeah.
It's not.
There's structure, though. Like, when they have their trouble with after their party night and she comes over and they have, like, kind of like that fight and everything. Like, that should have been a little bit farther back for both character arcs. I felt like everything was summed up in, like, the last, like, 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
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 They spent too much time on other things, and they could have played more on the story arc. And Craigslist, we don't know what really ends up. Like, yeah, he becomes like the main man at the end of this movie.
The main man of Miami, baby.
Yeah, but
he's the cock-rocking king of Miami.
But I don't think you sum up all of his problems just by having this little discussion.
Oh, he's gonna have somebody's 19. We're not summing up that 19-year-old's problems, all right? He's gonna have a rough life ahead of him. Him and Nora are not gonna handle Miami well.
So then, if that's the point to me, then I don't think you show as much of Craigslist throughout the film.
Sure. Yeah.
Just so you don't feel like...
Yeah, but that's what Double XL's for. Is Craigslist and Double XL? I don't know.
What
I don't like, Double XL, it appears as though Channing Tatum's stripping.
No, he is. I could spoil it if you want me to. Like, I just know the first quarter of the movie.
But I mean, like, fucking... This movie ends where you're this guy you were rooting for the whole time. You're like, all right, great. He's leaving that life. He's going to get his shit together. He's going to put his life back on track. And then they make a sequel where it's like, well, no, he's just stripping.
So I saw like the first like 30 plus minutes of the second film.
Also, we know what happens to Craigslist. He becomes Channing Tatum.
No, yeah, but like, does he fix his other problems with, I don't know.
He gets the dance movie. He gets Coach Carter.
Oh, there we go.
And then he gets fucking, what was the dance movie? Step Up.
And
he gets Step Up. And then he fucking just gets a rocket pack strapped to him. He goes to the moon. We get 21 Jump Street. We get a biopic about when he was a stripper. That's what happens to Craigslist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, now I don't even know what I was going to talk about, David. You just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, he's a stripper in the next one, even though we were like, great.
All I was going to say what pissed me off is that we spent this whole movie going up to this point with Channing Tatum and the girl, and in the next movie, a quarter way into it, we find out that...
She killed herself. Please tell me she killed herself. Please tell me she killed herself.
That would have been great, but he proposed and she turned him down because she didn't want to live that life when he gave up that life. So this entire movie made no fucking sense.
But does he then get back into stripping?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that day or the next day that she turned him down, he ironically got a call from the boys and showed up to what he thought was like a funeral, but it was a fucking pool party.
What he thought was a funeral for Matthew McConaughey?
I think so, yeah.
That's great. Like, and Alice died, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's exactly. And then he showed up and they fucking pool bombed him, and then they convinced him to go on tour with them.
There we go. So Craigslist did it?
I didn't see him, honestly. Yeah.
That's double suicide. Him and Sis are together now. He finally got what he wanted.
Dude.
Him and Sis. That's Double XL's all
he
about
found
incest.
out that
Double
Channing,
XL is all incest.
Yeah, the moment that he found out that they were in like a relationship, he's like, "No, I'm done with this. I'm going back." and I'm gonna fucking end that shit.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care about being the top guy in Miami.
Convinced his sister, now they're just full on incest.
Yeah. He's always gonna be back in that lifestyle. He was always in her ear. He's like, always going back to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's no future with him. She's like, you're fucking right. You're fucking right. He's like, I'm a D1 athlete.
God, that's a
I got
dark
a scholarship
twist.
to go play strong safety. And she's like, you're right.
It's hot.
You are so right. He's like, I was a top dog, all right?
Top Gun.
It wasn't shit. Yeah, so that's Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike.
Go watch it or don't. I don't know. You know what movie is better than not bad? You know what movie is damn near, if not fucking perfect?
The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor.
Dude, I knew it. The
Name
moment
one
you
flaw.
said perfect.
Name one flaw. One flaw with the Nutty Professor.
The moment you said perfect.
Yeah. You can't name one flaw with the Nutty Professor. You guys, name one flaw. Tell me one thing wrong with the Nutty Professor. You fucking can't. Do it. Do it, Jake. Do it. Do it. You fucking can't. You ain't gonna bust your cherry killing a cop. I'm gonna get that gun. And I'm gonna get that money. Because you ain't gonna shoot no cop in the back. You know what they give you when you shoot a cop in the back, Jake? The gas chamber. You know what the gas chamber smell like? Pine oil. That's where you head, Jake. You head to pine oil heaven. I'm gonna get that gun and I'm gonna get that money.
Fuck yeah.
God. I'm sure I've missed an episode since we've done Training Day, but I feel like I've referenced that scene at least once in every fucking movie we've done.
And you
since
should,
Training
just
Day.
to pay honor.
I mean, it is going to win Best Picture on the 5/6 King Awards.
Yep.
I'm sure of it.
It has to.
It's like, you guys are wrong if you voted anything else. Unless Alpha Dog wins. Just out of solidarity with the 5/6 King. I can get on board with that. With like Interstellar one.
Hey, whoa.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? The Patriot? I love The Patriot. If it wins, I'm like, it's dumb. Like, it was really good. I don't know.
Wasn't
next
belligerent
award
enough.
Yeah, I don't have anything awesome to say. You know what other movie is fucking damn near perfect?
David.
Damn near perfect.
Better
Just
be
in
good.
time, guys. This next episode, it's gonna be coming out on the 4th of July. We got to do a 4th of July-y movie. We got to do a coming of age tale. Summer in Middle America, maybe California. I don't know where it takes place, but small town America. Summer, baseball. Sandlots. We're doing the Sandlot, guys. Benny the fucking Jet Rodriguez. Are you kidding me? Let's do it. Do you guys want to watch the Sandlot before we do an episode on the Sandlot? You fucking better watch the Sandlot before we do an episode on the Sandlot. Here's where you can watch the Sandlot before we do an episode on the Sandlot. It's available on Disney Plus with a subscription. You know, I still have a subscription to Disney Plus. I got to watch Loki.
Hey.
Loki came out like a year ago. It was great.
You see the new Obi-Wan?
I don't watch Star Wars.
The 5 episodes suck. 6 episode is pretty cool.
Yes, that's what I do. I didn't watch Star Wars, but I'm gonna watch an Obi-Wan show.
You only need to see
where the first 5 episodes suck, but the 6th one was pretty cool.
Just watch the 6th episode.
That's all. I'm not gonna do that because it's not gonna be cool enough to where I'm like, oh,
it will be.
There's no way. Because I bet you like some weird anime shit is cooler than the 6th episode of Obi-Wan, and I'm not gonna watch that either. We're getting way too far off topic. You should watch Sandlot. Here's where you can. Disney Plus with a subscription. Hulu with a subscription. Tubi for free. I assume you have to have a subscription to Tubi, but it just says free.
It's free.
Sling TV with a subscription. Amazon Prime with a subscription. You can rent it on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, or Vudu for $3.99. Guys, The Sandlot. I can think of no better 4th of July movie. Can you? No, you fucking can't. Unless it's 2021 and we're talking Independence Day. Other than that, you can't think of a better 4th of July movie. And Brayden, so we did Magic Mike because some fucking dumb, fat, greaseball, guap, guinea from the Northeast. Not even cool, like, from Italy Italian. From fucking Jersey Italian. From a fucking row home in South Philly Italian. The worst kind of Italian.
It's like over oily Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, you guys should do that homo stripper movie. That'd be funny, huh? Yeah, the fucking worst kind of person is a greasy Italian from the Northeast. But we did Magic Mike because one of those things fucking
suggested it.
We're doing Sandlot because that's my pick. We did all the Jurassic movies because those are your picks. But like someone's someone's watching this right now. Someone's listening. And they're like, God, Magic Mike was great. The Sandlot's going to be even better, but I want them to do my favorite movie.
Favorite.
Braden, how do they go? By the way, I like holding it so much more.
Right.
And I just feel so much fucking just, I can move around.
Yeah.
I can do all this.
Look at all the possibilities.
Yeah, dude. Oh, so many possibilities.
So many.
Someone, they're like, man, but I want them to do my favorite movie. I want them to do The Chronicles of Narnia, my favorite movie.
Oh.
Well, if anyone's like, my favorite
Talking
movie,
lines.
My favorite lines is not just talking. That line is a god. It's a fucking ridiculous movie. I want them to do my favorite movie. How would they go about telling us to do that?
Oh, David, they just have to go to our website, which is 56kings.com.
Hold on. So you mean FIVESIXKING.com?
Yep.
And what is there like a tab up on the top that says submit ideas?
Yep. Yeah, and you click submit ideas, and you just put it right in the tab. You just type in whatever movie you fucking want.
And then the 56 Kings will get notified, like, hey, this person wants you to do this movie?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Why would I say that if that wasn't the case? You're like, yeah, I think so, yeah. Why would I throw that out there if that's not how it worked?
It'd be great if you're like, no,
it's not how it works. I gotta do this whole thing. I have to go to the website and see it. I mean, that's crazy.
So user-friendly.
So user-friendly, so easy. And, oh, shit. Guys, if the next episode we record is coming out on the 4th of July, that means if you have not voted for the 5-6 Kings, the first annual 5-6 Kings award show, guys, you got till Thursday.
You got it.
You got till Thursday to go to 56kings.com. Click on the award show tab. Vote for the first annual 5-6 Kings award, guys. You feel like family to me.
Family.
You know? And not family the way some greasy skis ball Italian in the Northeast be like, man, you like family, you know? You know, we rubbed dongs that one time at camp on accident, so it's like, we're family.
Yeah.
Like not some weird, dumb, guinea shit like that. You guys are like my real family.
Dude.
I want you to be a part of this award show.
Connection.
I want you to vote on most disappointing moment. I want you to vote on best co-host or best guest. I want you to vote on best movie, best actor, worst movie, worst actor.
Get in there.
Guys,
Click the button.
I need you to do it.
Do it for David.
Do it for me. I need this, all right? As Braden covered at depth in the beginning, I don't have a father. This award show is my father. So please, guys, don't kill my dad for a second time. Go to 56kings.com and vote on the first annual 5-6 King Awards.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you all very much. Please don't kill my father.
And we'll see you every motherfucking Monday.
Every I get carried around that thought. We gotta end it on this. I gotta just take this one home. Guys, go vote for the fucking award show. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok, even though some videos we post get like 8,000 views and some get 5. There's no rhyme or reason. I do the same kind of caption. I use the same hashtags. I tag all the same people.
It's the algorithms.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, TikTok. I don't get what you're doing. But guys, go follow us there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Braden, when? It's so jumbled at the end here. When?
Every motherfucking Monday.
Every motherfucking Monday, guys. We'll see you next week. Hey, Derek Jeter. Fuck you.
Peace out.